Listen, let's have it right.
Well, a very good evening, as even as it is now.
Evening.
Good evening to you all. This is our 9th episode now. We're really getting down the track of our episodes now. And it's been a bit of a weekend for all of us again. We come into this podcast and there's not a lot of Christmas cheer for all of our teams, but we'll talk about all the games individually.
Yeah, Christmas though. Christmas is finally here.
Yeah, we've got literally, like, what date is it today? 21st is the winter solstice today. 4 days to go. Are we ready, boy? Have we done our Christmas shopping?
Yeah, I've done Christmas shopping, but it's soul destroying Christmas shopping. I just want to go around with a massive flip flop and beat people up. Stop being fucking ignorant, because people are just awful at Christmas. I just want to go in, one and done, get my stuff, go. But people, you walk into the door of a shop and people stand there in the doorway.
Mate, I had it today, right? We had to go and get a little bit of food shopping. We just needed a red cabbage, so I'm standing there. It's a woman, braised red cabbage we're having.
Not caramelised.
Yeah. And this woman and her mum is having a conversation about whether they like red cabbage or not like red. I'm sitting there waiting. Can I just get a red cabbage, please? So I had to go around the side and reach over. I know what you mean. No one moves out your fucking way because they're too worried about having a conversation.
Make your decisions before you go in the shop, and just go in the shop and execute. Bang, like you said, you do your Christmas shopping, one and done.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a bloke. It's a bloke thing. I don't want to fanny around too much. I've got an idea in my head of what I'm going to get someone. Like, that's the shop I need to go in. Bang, go get it. Pay the money. Come out.
Out you go.
Oh God.
So I said, I think on my predictions, it's been I'm going to be a bit of the Grinch here. It's been a shit December.
What have you got to tell us?
November, December's been shit. I'm working my fucking arse off, and then I hadn't bought a single present. I said on the predictions, hadn't bought a single present. So the Saturday before Christmas, I went up there, smashed it out, 2.5 hours, bish bash bosh, got it done, walked out. But the minute I walked out at about midday, 1 o'clock, it was fucking carnage. Carnage.
It's all the men who will go out now, but Christmas Eve's the worst.
It's the old people. Yeah. Just hurry up.
Yeah,
that's not just.
Don't go food shopping yet. No. Today was fucking carnage. No. It was awful.
It's gonna be worse the closer it gets up to Christmas because people just leave things to the last minute. Yeah. But the best thing. Do not go in Primark this time of year.
Don't anyway.
Like most times of the year, it's not great. But when you go, it is like fucking WWE Royal Rumble.
Most fucking clothes are on the floor.
Exactly, and there's one poor little staff assistant folding up like the clothes.
Because some dickhead goes,
I want my £3 fucking jumper. It's just like, oh mate,
where can I get 8 pairs of socks for a £10?
Yeah, and it's just like, you need to go in there with a fucking trank gun to sort the people out. You need to be ruthless. You do need to.
So when I went with the missus' daughter, bless her, because I needed a bit of help to get the missus something. And you know when you walk into a shop, like whatever shop it is, and all of a sudden she's going, "Ooh, all right, keep walking." I'm not hanging about. Let's get it done. We're not, fucking hell.
We're not fucking about.
I hate it.
Yeah, so do I.
Hate it.
I think blokes in general are quite like that. We want to get in. We know where we're going. We know how much it costs. We're going to go in, out, like say,
bosh,
gone.
Get it done.
None of this perusing. Well, should we go to another shop and see if we can find it cheaper or better anywhere else?
Yes. To be fair, I have reached the 20th century, and I've done all my Christmas on Amazon, other than Ferrero Rocher and Toblerone. That's the only thing I bought from a shop.
I'm sure you probably could get that on Amazon.
I could, but it was more expensive, so I bought it from B&M.
But talk about that. I've gone for a couple of Toblerones for Christmas presents, and we've seen the price of them recently.
Yeah, that's why I went B&M, mate. You've got to go B&M.
Toblerones are like £7-8.
Yeah, and B&M, if you want to sponsor us, they are, mate.
There we are. But let's get on to the football. Let's get on to the Premier League.
Talk about how we get it done shopping. I think all our teams have been done this weekend.
For the second week running, all 3 of our teams have lost. But let's go down the games categorically. So we're going to start with the early kickoff on Saturday, 12:30.
Newcastle.
And it was Newcastle. And it was 2-2 against Chelsea at St James's Park.
Threw that away, didn't they?
I see a brief part of it actually. I watched the first half, and obviously I caught up with the second half on my phone, and game of two halves, the old
Absolutely,
cliche.
adage.
Yeah, Newcastle. I don't know what they're a bit strange.
They
They've got some talent in there, but something is really not clicking. They're far better than their league position.
Yeah, what were they, like 11?
I watched the game pretty much all the way through in here, and like I say, a tale of two halves. They could have easily been 4-5-0 up. Chelsea were woeful, absolutely woeful. Then I think Voldemar could have had a Hattie +1 before half time, but it's an old cliche. You don't take your chances, and 2-0 was a funny old lead in football.
For what I've seen from the highlights, in the end, Chelsea could have won that.
They could have, and perhaps should have.
And Garnacho again. Wow, why don't he shoot? And if he does shoot, it's so tame. Like, so tame.
Does anyone actually rate him? I know he's a bit of a bellend personality-wise. Does anyone actually rate him as a player?
I think he's got to offer a lot more. I think that, as we've said on previous podcasts, he comes across as like a petulant, spoiled brat.
You said last week.
I think that's what I said. And that seems to be continuing over at Chelsea. I think he thinks he's far better than he is. He's obviously a very good player.
Yeah, I think that's half of his problem. He thinks he's better than he is.
Yeah, I think he's.
I think for me, he symbolises a lot less wrong with modern football. He was at Man United doing okay. He just needed to work a little bit harder and put himself in a better position. But he's decided to sell himself down the river and go to Chelsea and be part of their farm.
Yeah, but I
But
think
also, when you say about selling himself down the river, I think there's a lot of Man United wanted him out because he's obviously a bad egg. He's obviously a bad egg. And Chelsea will sign anyone.
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
Chelsea don't really
They'll
care
sign
about
him.
bad eggs, because if you're a bad egg at Chelsea, you will go anyway.
I mean, Bowley's like they were. If you don't work within a year, you're gone.
You'll be sold anyway, and probably at a profit. Randomly,
Exactly.
Chelsea. I don't know how Chelsea do it, but they get.
They just farm them out for more than they pay them.
Yeah.
All the flops, they make a profit. Like,
Yeah.
How do they do it?
Oh, I have no
are they
idea.
doing over there?
While we're talking about Chelsea, and on the last podcast, we said about the manager coming out, Maresca, saying about
Is
coming out in 48 hours.
Yeah, whatever
Does anyone
happened?
know anything
No,
about
no.
that?
I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
No,
I don't think
absolute diddly squat.
Do you know what I think that is? He's come out and he's had a bit of a whinge about the amount of players that they've signed. He obviously doesn't have any sort of say in the players that they've signed. And I think he's got a bit of beef about it. And when he's turned around and said, I think, last weekend, that, you know, I'm not happy, they've basically turned around and said to him, shut the fuck up.
Or they've gone, it's January soon, mate. Who do you want?
But then the other side of that is as well, was there not links with him taking over Pep?
I was about to say that. Because he was because I said that to Mum last night, and she went, "No, he's shit." And I went, "Yeah, but he worked under Pep."
Yeah.
And you look at the players.
Number 2, wasn't he?
Yeah. But was that? That was just after Arteta. Is that right?
I think so.
That was Pep's number 2 after Arteta, and then he went to Leicester. Where did
Yeah, he
go?
was at Leicester. You're right. He
Yes,
was at
and
Leicester.
then got promoted with Leicester.
Yeah,
And they took him in at Chelsea after Leicester got promoted.
yeah, yeah.
So he didn't actually manage Leicester. Hang on a minute.
He managed him for a season, got promoted. Leicester fans actually were happy to see the back of him because his football's so
And they
drab.
got in. Who did they get in? And then Rude took over.
Oh
God.
Oh yeah, he was fucking awful.
Did Rude still come in for someone? Did all right? Was it Man United?
Yeah, he come in from Man United.
Yeah, he was like an interim manager for a little bit.
Yeah.
And actually did all right. And Leicester went, it's our guy.
Yeah, and then he was absolutely
That's right,
honky.
yeah.
But who was at Leicester after Maresca? Because Rude.
Yeah, but it
Did they
wasn't
get
Rude.
Steve.
Steve Cooper.
Was it Steve Cooper?
Was it Steve Cooper?
Yeah,
I think it might. Yeah, I think it was.
And
Yeah.
And then they sacked him off.
They sacked
Yeah.
him, binned him off, got Rude in, got relegated, binned him off.
I know we're not all
Is
oil
that right?
paintings.
Yeah, I think that is right. Yeah.
I know we're not all oil paintings, but fuck, he's ugly. Isn't he? Fucking Steve Cooper. Like, he's got fucking cod eyes, and
Can't help
he.
it, can he?
No, this is true. Maybe I'm being too
The amount of
judgmental.
money he's on with getting
He's up there
sacked,
with
he's
Luke
probably
Chapman.
having-
I was about to say.
He's going straight out of Turkey to sort his face out. Isn't he? Fucking hell.
All right, boys. So after that
What
2,
can you do this? Fuck off.
so after that 2-2 draw, that puts Newcastle up to 23 points in 11th place, and they're now 5 points off the top 4 or 5 spot. They're kind of They're flat to the sea, but they're still
They're
in
bumbling
the shout.
through.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I
good
think
way of
without,
putting
I'm terrible with names. Voldemort.
Voldemort.
Voldemort,
Did
yeah.
you see? Did you see?
All I'm
Voldemort?
thinking about is Harry fucking Potter. Like, honestly, every time I think about that name.
Voldemort.
Did you
Voldemort.
see? Did you see?
But he's doing bits.
It's good.
He is.
Voldemort and Peter Crouch's interview after the game. Have you seen?
Oh,
it?
yes,
yeah. And Peter
very
Crouch is like,
good.
"Hello, this is my son."
Yeah.
Who was to the right of them?
God,
He's like kicking about their waist.
Joe Cole.
Was it
Yeah,
Joe
it was
Cole?
Joe Cole.
Was it Joe
Yeah,
Cole?
Joe Cole.
Joe Cole.
I couldn't quite tell.
What
who
a
it was.
player!
It's like
What a
right
player!
on the waistline.
Where did he come from?
You know, wow, I don't know. Failed to get to the level that I think he should have. But that's another
Oh, but no,
conversation.
that's just something that will go down in time. I remember when he was coming through at 16. so-
it's every single paper.
Harry Redknapp
best
saying
player.
like he's the
Yeah.
best schoolboy I've ever seen. I was
Yeah.
like, cool, that's enough for me. I'm signing him for Spurs on football. I'm Championship manager back in the time.
Yeah.
Putting him straight in the first team at 16 and his stats aren't the best. It's just a shame it didn't work out for him.
Yeah, but that's another conversation.
That is
I know. So yeah, but
Mind you, having said that, sorry, before we go on, didn't do too bad, did he? Really?
No,
too bad.
Did you see
Yeah.
the goal? This is what, against Sweden?
Against Sweden, what a goal.
I'm playing the goal, mate.
Chest, volley,
Yeah.
like an arrow in
Well,
that
doesn't what's his
sort of
face?
corner.
Mourinho go, my Joe Cole. It's my Joe Coley. Bless him. All right, yeah. So Newcastle, they're about 6 points off it, so they could go on a run and make a
Be
European.
interested
push.
if they buy anyone in January.
They should do.
I don't know whether their
don't know
financial fair play thing is really weird, isn't it? Because they haven't spent.
But they spent a lot in the summer.
Yeah, but like
But they've achieved a lot too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, but that money for Isak went on 2 players of Vissa and Voldemort.
but you think, where is the rest of the
Elanga.
money coming? They haven't
Oh,
spent
yeah, and
hardly anything.
They're the
for
richest club in the
2
world,
Yeah, the richest club in the
aren't
world. So they've got. It's got to be a point at some point. Like, right, that's
They're
we're
going
on
to
a
smash
spree.
it, aren't they?
Yeah. And
Is
they've been in the Champions League,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's not like they're not bringing anything in.
But I think when it comes down to Champions League qualification, yeah, it's a good money spinner to be in there once, but you have to be in there 2 years, 3 years running to really feel the financial.
Yeah, and
This in one season, out the next.
Because
you don't really feel
I'll
full
be
consistency.
shocked if they get Champions League this year.
Yeah.
Well, the
But
thing is,
I
I
can't see
was
that.
about to
Why?
pertain to, between the top 3 at the minute are really doing well, and we'll get on to that. But from Chelsea, who are 4th on 29 points, all the way down to Bournemouth at 14, it's 7 points.
Yeah, but
Everyone's so inconsistent.
Yeah, but I feel like Chelsea will get a bit more consistency. But apparently Cole Palmer's out for another 6
Yeah,
weeks.
yeah, apparently so.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
He's suddenly turned very injury prone all of a sudden.
Mm,
And
which is
he
not cool.
wasn't that great when I was watching him against Newcastle the other day. You expect him to be like the talisman and
Yeah.
want to give all the creative.
Did you see Reece James's free kick?
Oh, that's
No.
a belter. Yeah,
I
good,
didn't-
good,
I
good
didn't-
point.
I didn't see it.
So going through the goals, yeah, Voldemort's 2 poachers goals, good goals, but Reece James's free kick,
Fucking hell.
belter, absolute belter.
Probably goal of the weekend.
He probably got a goal on the weekend, but it's come at the right time for Chelsea because they were awful in that first half, and they didn't really start the second half with any.
They're
kind of-
playing him in midfield, aren't they?
What's that? What, Reece James?
Yeah, because Gusto.
Yeah, they do.
Gusto's
a
on the
right back,
and
they
I
play-
actually quite like him. I
they
quite
play-
like that Malo Gusto.
They played Reece James as defensive midfielder.
Yeah, and he's fucking class. They
Do-
they nearly conceded. I don't know if you saw like his last ditch challenge, literally epic, mate. Like it was so good. He's
it's almost like
class.
what Guardiola done with Philip Lahm.
Yeah.
He's turned into
He's
that too.
got to be one of the first names for England.
Ooh, is he Calvin Phillips' replacement?
Just as our right back. Like he's total footballer.
He's class.
He's
Yeah,
so
he's
good.
good.
He is class.
As long as he stays off the injury table, he's class.
Yeah. But then this has got to be the longest run he's had for fucking years,
Yeah.
isn't it?
But
For
you
it?
wait just before the World Cup.
Oh, of course it will be. It'll be him. Kane will have a snap leg or something. You know what's going to happen. Then we'll be playing fucking DCL.
Talk about snap leg. Can we just say about one of our friends, bless her, has just fell over and broke her leg?
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Bless
there was
Kylie, if you-
bless
what-
Kylie.
Oh, I
if
did
you're
not know
watching,
this.
Yeah.
We're not,
Yeah,
we're not fully sure of the extent of how and what happened or whatever, but we know.
Yeah.
For me, everyone
Okay.
knows the ABFC, get well soon.
And you've
Oh,
got
Yeah.
plenty of time to sit there and watch this, so you can watch it all.
Yeah.
I did not know.
Yeah, well, I
Okay.
did it, so to say.
Do
Bless
your
her.
rehab, and you'll be back in the
Yeah,
first 11.
currently
soon.
she's at the hospital. She had a bit of an accident.
Okay.
She broke a leg and She's in hospital for a couple of weeks.
Bless her.
Over Christmas. So get well soon, Carly.
Yeah, get well
We'll see
soon.
you
Yes,
soon.
Carly.
Right, so quickly before we move on to the next game, that puts Chelsea up to 4th at that point, and they are now 7 points adrift of 3rd after the results of the weekend. So there's a bit of a gap between the top 3 and 4th place now.
Oh yeah, Villa are up there, aren't they?
Yeah. After they won today, we'll move on to that. So that,
I think they're going to be 3rd or 4th. I actually think they're going to be 3rd.
Villa.
Chelsea.
No,
Oh, I was
Chelsea.
going to say, right, okay.
Chelsea.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah,
really.
we'll see.
It's hard
Yeah,
to,
but-
so hard to predict.
Like I
isn't
said,
it?
from 4th all the way down to 13th, it's everyone's so inconsistent. They'll win, get a draw. You think they've turned the corner and they get slapped.
I don't know how it is just inconsistently or just how good the Premier League is.
No, do you know what? Right? I was going to bring this up. So this is my opinion of it. My personal opinion. People can slate me, whatever. I actually think it isn't about how good teams are. I think it's about the style of play in the Premier League. And the reason that I say that is when you see teams that you wouldn't expect to be in the top 6, right? I think that's because them teams are fighting for their lives, and the teams above them are the ones of this possession-based, roll it out along the back, one pass in the midfield, and the teams that last season Bournemouth, Sunderland, right? Them teams, they're the ones that are like, do you know what? Fuck you, keep the ball all you want. We're having a go.
A bit like Palace. That's what we do.
But it is you last week. I know you had a bad result this weekend, but you was 4th last week.
Yeah.
But, so
We would have been if we won this week. We would have been 4th.
right. So this is what I think. This is only my personal opinion of it. Right? Is if you split, it's not this easy, but if you split the Premier League into 2, and your top teams and your bottom teams, right?
Yeah.
Your bottom teams, in my opinion, they're fighting. They're the ones that have got a bit of bollocks about them, and they're like, do you know what? Fuck you.
Yeah.
Right? You keep the ball all you want. We're going to put you under pressure. We're going to keep pushing you, and yet they're the teams that are entertaining.
Yeah.
They're the teams that are getting the points. They are the cat amongst the pigeons, amongst that top flight. And for me, that whole possession-based style of play, I call it pep play.
Yeah.
Right, I call it pep play. I think it's going to die. It's got to die.
It will, because it all goes through cycles, doesn't it? Do you remember when Sam Allardyce come in the early 2000s and started going 4-5-1 and playing this
Let's fucking have a go.
boring style of football? And
Lob it
then-
up to Kevin Davies, see what he does.
Yeah, and then Mourinho comes in and does this anti-football.
Yeah,
and now
it probably
Guardiola
started
comes
from
in.
Mourinho,
So
to
it
be
just
fair.
it comes in seasons and styles, and this is the way football evolves. But I'll go against saying it's a league of quality, just mainly due to like relegation. If you look at the numbers of what you used to have to get to stay in the league, as to what you have to get to stay in the league now. You remember when it used to be 40 points? You had to get your 40 points.
yeah.
And now like you can stay up with like 30.
Yeah, but that's because I think all the mid-table sides are so much better than the teams that come up from the Championship. I don't think it's anything to do with, although you always got your top ones, but you're like 6th to 11th, 12th are fucking good sides.
Yeah.
That will
right.
that will do bits in any European competition. You know,
the
you
lower
look at
teams
us.
will
We've
go
just
better.
been spanked this week, and we're still up there with one of the favourites in the fucking Conference League. That don't work out.
No.
But that's what I think. I know what you're saying, and it's definitely a valid point. I'm just, they're all opinions really. We don't really know, but I think it's more the reason it used to be 40 is because I feel like you could get those points against those mid-table sides, especially if you're at home. Whereas
And 40 points would still be fairly tight, give or take 2
Yeah.
or 3.
yeah.
You know, it would be.
You got relegated with 42.
I think we held the record.
Relegated with 42
Yeah.
points. Yeah.
I can't see that happening again.
No.
No, probably not this season, especially not with Wolves doing.
No,
the way they are.
absolutely. Yes. Stinking up the gas.
Absolutely stinking up the gaff. But,
On that, I'm just going to say thank God for that.
at least that's one place you ain't got to worry about.
Yeah, we did lose to them this year. So, Understand why?
I know. All right, let's go on to them actually. Since we said Wolves, so Wolves played Brentford at Molineux, and it was 2-0 to Brentford.
Yeah,
Called this
Wolves
one.
missed a penalty as well.
Called this one in predictions.
You did. You called a prediction.
Oh, did anyone call the 2-2 in the predictions?
Oh yes, go
Chelsea
through the predictions.
Draw, but
I
not
went.
specific score, I think.
I called a draw. I went 1-1. You went 1-1 for fucking everything.
Mate,
You were like, oh, I've got to throw as many darts as I can to get one right.
let's have it right though. How many draws was there on Saturday? Right, 3.
Yeah.
For
No,
a
hold on.
long
1,
time,
2,
there was
3.
a lot of draws.
Yeah.
Everyone was fucking
3.
boring.
You wrote them down.
Yeah, well,
Draw.
as soon as you kick off, everyone is drawing.
But yeah, it all starts as a draw.
That is very true.
What I think you did feel is you wrote it down. You ran out of ink for that one of those.
I just got
2 pens like that.
Hang on a minute. I've been working all week. I can't be fucking arse. All right, boss. There you go. No, but I actually think you on our little chat around, you said that you agreed that the fixtures
I did. I
was
saw,
very, very tight.
Yeah.
I saw draws.
That was very
I saw
tight.
draws this weekend.
I mean, who the fuck would have thought that Leeds are going to turn over you guys 4-1?
No.
I know we'll come on to that.
It's a anomaly
But
of a result.
Do you know what I mean?
I actually saw it was going. Let's go. Going back onto this one. I'm with you. Going back onto this one, I've seen slow little. Wolves are done. They have been for a while. You cannot undo how crap they've been. But slowly, Rob Edwards is starting to move it a little bit, and they're getting performances.
Yeah.
So therefore, I thought, you know what, Brentford coming home to
Brentford
them.
in trouble as well.
Brentford starting to fall.
I'll tell you what, if there was a penalty to ever have a penalty for a relegation side with 2 points and your striker ain't scoring, that was that penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Fuck
And you thought
hell.
that Wolves, they played out of their skin to try and almost get a result against
But
Arsenal.
this is the thing-
That would have been a galvanising
I think they
result.
are. I know what you're saying. I think they are playing better.
But you just can't undo what's already gone on.
And I think in their head, I think they go into games thinking they're going to lose. It don't matter how well they play.
I think
And
so.
they're still on 2 points.
Yeah.
Has any team been on 2 points at Christmas?
Never.
No, the lowest was 5,
Derby
wasn't it?
more,
Yeah, I know
Swindon
Derby held
were
it.
more.
I think Sunderland. I think
most of the viewers don't even know that Swindon.
Glenn
was in the
Oddle
Premier
used to
League.
play for Swindon.
Yeah.
Oh, mate.
I think Sunderland were on 5 at this point.
Was they?
Yeah.
Right. I mean, they are doomed.
Yeah.
They are doomed, but that's it.
If
They've
they-
just got to wash out their heads
Yeah.
and say, all right, it's dead now, but we've got to try and perform.
Why not?
and try and
See,
get
if that was
something.
me and we're playing that bad and I'm a player, I'm going, right, let's just start playing. I might be able to get a move in the summer. If not, let's just try and be the top in the championship and we'll be back up there. But me personally, I'll be like, let's get out of this shithole. Let me show everyone. You know, they weren't that great last year and they had Cunha and all those players. But the shining light of that team,
That's all.
everyone, yeah. But then you got to, I suppose, and they're definitely going to have to if they go down the Premier League.
Replaced them with mud.
I think also the thing is as well though is that when you're playing for a club like that and you're in the position that you are in, unless you are a standout performer, who's going to want to touch you?
No one. But you have to be a stand-up. But that's when you stand up and try and deliver.
how can you stand out
Well,
when you're
Strand
bottom
Larson,
league,
Newcastle wanted him. What was that?
Yeah,
For
they
about
did.
50 mil.
Yeah.
So and I think he is relatively decent.
Yeah, he'll go in January or something.
Just don't give him a fucking penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah, but last season he would have put that away.
But yeah, no, I think Wolves have been getting slightly, not in results obviously, but I think they're actually trying under Rob Edwards.
I think they will win a game this season. Whoever it is,
Oh,
it's going to be
God.
so. Mate,
Who's gonna be targeted?
Spurs. I'm going to love that so much. Well, they take 4 points off you.
There is gonna be
And
something.
it would have been 6.
And do you know what? If you'd have beaten Wolves,
Oh, mate. They'd only be on 1 point.
but also on that, excuse me, do you think that part of it is as well is that the Wolves players, some of them, are probably looking at and thinking, okay, we're going down. I need to put myself in the shop window because I want to.
Maybe.
But how good
Yeah, but you to put
are you
yourself.
as a player to be in that position in the first place?
But then aren't you playing as 11 individuals trying to get a transfer move, and it's not going to work and gel as a unit?
Yeah, but
No,
to be fair, if they've
agree.
tried to be playing as a unit so far, that's also not worked. So
Yeah.
fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it. Play it yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, yeah.
Come on, Totti Gomez.
Yeah, that 40-yard screamer from Totti Gomez in a couple of weeks' time will get him a move to Real Madrid.
He's
So,
learned 3 mil now.
yeah.
And so when you get hold of the ball and you've got a decision in your head, do I play the whole pep ball and go back, or am I going to take on 3 players and bang it in the top bins and everyone's going to see it and I'm going to get a move?
Yeah, someone from Como's watching.
Yeah, there we go.
So yeah, they're bollocks.
Yeah,
bollocks.
but
Brentford, yes.
Brentford, I'm surprised they got a result because they've been, like you said, they were in a false position earlier on in the
Yeah,
season.
no, I think so. I think
There's
Brentford
something-
are in trouble.
There's something they're going to fall into the relegation battle
Fucking hope so.
in due course. I think they will.
I mean, I don't know, but like I said, the little bracket of teams which are all not really consistent, they're now right on the tail end of that whole thing now. So they're above us, which is not hard really, to be fair. But they're level on points with Newcastle and one behind Everton.
Sharda missed some big chances. That could have been a solid like 3-0 at half time.
Yeah, but I think with
But it wasn't,
they don't need to be good, even at Wolves' place. You think like, oh, do you know what? No, we'll get one, we'll get another, and then just shut up shop.
Yeah.
Celebrate Christmas.
Yeah, true. So yeah, I think you think Brentford might get dragged into it.
Yeah, I think they will. Yeah, it's going to be a due course. I think they'll stay up, but over the course of the season, they're going to slowly get a result here.
Be interesting how Keith Andrews manages his team when they're sort of shit themselves and looking behind them, though.
Yeah.
Because obviously he ain't had much experience.
Yeah, well, this is a test of a manager. He's still learning.
Yeah, that'll be interesting.
All right, that's pretty much most of what we can say about Wolves and Brentford. Let's get a game out of the way, which is really not an exciting game to talk about. But let's do it now. Which was Brighton 0, Sunderland 0 at the Amex.
Boyd.
Called it.
All starts 0-0.
I called a draw,
everything
but
a
I
draw,
will
Phil.
I did. But like, if anyone turned around and got a correct score and stuff like that on a game where I actually thought that that's a tight game, fair enough. But
Yeah,
I said
it's
always going to be a draw. That.
Yeah, I said it was going to be a tight game, and I was too scared to do 0-0. So I did one.
No one does 0-0 today.
You can't predict 0-0. Like, I'll get out of town.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not really a lot to actually talk about.
That's a good point for Sunderland away from home.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's
Brighton
great.
against a team.
Sunderland has been conceding away from home, so they've gone and sharp shot and
It's probably
but
quite
Brighton-
an alright result for both of them, really.
but yeah, because Brighton are a little bit meh.
Yeah,
They're flat.
they're on 24 points in that little mixture, and Sunderland are up 27 points, 2 points behind Chelsea. So Sunderland is 6th. So they're pushing for a European place. I know it's a long way to go. We're not even halfway through yet.
No.
But like I said last week, Sunderland fans, if you would have told them at the beginning of the season you'd be 2 points off fourth, they'd be like, yeah. That is ridiculous.
I think I know a lot of Sunderland supporters, and I don't mean this disrespectfully. And I think I've said this for a few weeks now that I can't help but see them dropping off. If they made a
mid-table?
lot of signings in the summer, spent a lot of money. I don't know what they can do in January.
They've
2 or
lost
3 injuries,
but they've
and I
lost
think they're
6
gonna-
players to AFCON.
Have they really?
It's
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
That's a
Well,
huge
That's a
impact.
huge loss for them.
Yeah, this comes from Father Merritt, my dad. So how truthful this 6
He's the
players
oracle.
is.
Dad, you better be right.
The Oracle, yeah.
The Oracle.
Yeah. So, Dad,
Well,
if you're wrong on this, we're all blaming you, mate.
Well,
All right. Well, if that's the case, then we may see a drop off from Sunderland over the next 4 weeks or so.
I also think as well is that it's really difficult because if you spoke to a Sunderland supporter now and you said about not getting a European place, they'd probably be disappointed. If you said to them at the beginning of the season, you're going to finish 15th, but you will beat Newcastle, they'd bite your fucking hand off.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
And I just can't help but feel they're going to drop off at some point. 2 or 3 back-to-back defeats, and obviously they're safe, and what an amazing season.
But one thing that is going on for them is a fortress they've built at home.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Away form has been a bit patchy of late, but all the best teams are rocking up to the stadium of light and they're struggling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But yeah, talk about AFCON. I forgot about that. That's going to derail some people's seasons actually.
Yeah.
But I can't wait over the course of this next month. Cameroon are in AFCON, aren't they?
Yeah.
They have. We're going to see an absolute clanger from Andre Onana fucking over the next month.
Mate, there won't just be clangers from him. Pretty much every goalkeeper in that thing, it's just clangers from him all the time. Everyone shoots from about 40 yards out. It's fun to watch, but it's awful.
Oh,
it's
awful
awful.
at the same time.
If any player sits there with an accolade, like top player, and goes, yeah, but I won AFCON. So
The thing is with the whole...
Right.
Sorry to interrupt. Go on.
no, I ain't got much to say other than I think AFCON's shit.
All I was going to say is, so, like, for me, what I don't understand is the Premier League, La Liga, League One, Serie A, they're billion-pound fucking industry, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? Where's the World Cup played?
In summer.
Where's the Euros played?
Yeah, but you can't play AFCON in the summer.
Why?
Well, because they're playing Africa.
That's where they're fucking from. They're used to it. What are you on about?
They're not used to it anymore because the reason they're playing football in Europe is because they fucked off from Africa and half of them are from France anyway.
It fucks it all up.
I agree. I think it's ridiculous. And the fact that they play it every 2 years, is it?
Something like that.
Every 2 years rather than every 4
now
years.
going to every 4.
I think that they're going to
I think that will be a bit better. I think that's more manageable. I think every 2 years is
They're
ridiculous.
not playing in July at 49 degree heat.
Mate, I'm not being fucking funny, right?
Where are you going to play? Congo.
Listen, I don't want to sound horrible here, but if you're from a country...
So you are going to be horrible.
No. But if you're from a country or a continent, surely you're used to that.
But a lot of them aren't, though. A lot of them's nan and
But I'm
granddads
not going to spend
are.
£40 million on you twat, because you're fucking off every 2 years. What use are you to us? Well, you can't play in the sun,
Yeah,
right,
in the
from the country that you're born and bred, right? But you want to come to England, right?
Yeah.
When it's minus fucking 3 or whatever it is. I don't get it.
Yeah, but half of them aren't even from Africa. That's sort of
from France.
Yeah, they were from France.
Yeah, well, they're fucked then,
or their
aren't they?
nan and granddad are from wherever.
Ivory Coast.
Yeah.
Nigeria, blah, blah, blah.
Oh, dude, I just think it's a lot of bollocks.
I agree, mate.
I'm not putting a dampener on the AFCON competition, and right, because it's their Euros, it's their thing,
Continental
right?
thing, right?
I get that.
It just
But how
interrupts
can
our
you
fun.
fuck off in the middle of a season every 2 years to play your competition against fucking Cape Verde or fucking whoever? Like, I'm sorry, where's your bread and butter?
No, but
Yeah.
Where are you earning your money?
I agree.
You ain't fucking earning it going out there. I do.
But at least they're playing for something. Neymar used to have fucking every February off for his sister's fucking birthday with a fake injury. So like, there's double standards.
that's
I
so true.
just don't fucking get it.
I agree. I think AFCON's bollocks.
If I was spending multi-millions of pounds on an African player, I'd say to him, listen, let's have it fucking right.
Yeah.
I'm paying £40 million for you. I'm paying you tens of thousands of pounds a week, right? I don't want you fucking off for nearly 2 months.
Yeah, but
the
Fieldsy...
most pivotal time of a Premier League season.
That's after
Fieldsy,
everyone's fucked after the thing and they're not there because you need your squad there.
But Fieldsy, you don't own them.
No, well, actually, you don't actually own them, but you do have the contract.
They abolished that in 1900, like when you owned them.
Right. You're talking bollocks, because what I'm saying to you is, right? What I'm saying to you is, right? If I'm paying £40 million for you and I'm paying you 80 grand a week, I'm sorry, I do fucking own you, right? I'm not being horrible. You're under contract to play football for me as an owner as a football club in the most hectic part of a Premier League multi-billion pound fucking thing, and you want to fuck off to play out.
But it's not like.
But then, isn't the other side of the coin? It's not. You don't have to buy me.
No, that's very true.
Yeah.
No,
go and play to Swindon.
So there is two sides to the coin, but I do get the fact it is every couple of years. It's a
fucks everything up.
A horrible time of the year for Premier League teams, but it's the kind of the way that it is. But if it's only going to happen once every 4 years now,
But that's a bit more manageable.
But
It's more
is it
manageable.
actually that hectic? Because look at the Boxing Day calendar now.
We don't have one, do we?
Exactly. Tragedy.
But there'll still be loads and loads of games all the way through January and that part of this month anyway. But it all depends. What if a team goes crashing out of the AFCON. Back on the plane, son.
Fucking right, get your arse over here now, son.
Yeah.
Right? No
Soon as
fucking about.
90 minutes, I've been paying for a chartered flight an hour after he's finished his game. You are back here, you
Pay for
fucker.
your own fucking flight.
Leave him
Do
alone.
Ryanair leave Nairobi?
Right, this is an interesting one.
Hand luggage only.
Yeah.
This is an interesting one. Do the Premier League, League One, Serie A, do the clubs still pay them their weekly wage while they're out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I fucking wouldn't.
Yeah, but
What am I paying you for?
yeah, but it's the same. It's the same.
Well,
as,
Alf
the same
Garnick,
when we
come
have
on.
when we have like England internationals. They still get paid, don't they? From their club and their
And the,
Yeah, they do.
And the FA pay the
Yeah.
England players. I don't think it's much though.
it's more than what we get. Paid. But
Yeah, true.
Mate,
It's
I
like 50 quid.
it's just a day's wage.
But
And they probably sell them more on eBay.
And in fairness, just to put it out there so everyone understands, right?
Right.
Like, I have the same opinion when we have the international breaks with European football, World Cup qualifiers, right? I have the same opinion of it in that, for me, I know that you have to do the qualifiers and everything else, but how many times on this podcast have we been from the start of the season when it's like, oh, international break, brilliant. What are we going to talk about? We're going to wait to fucking Andorra or Malta or whatever. Right? I don't know how they can do it, but for me, it's just fucking, I don't know. It just fucks everything up.
I still don't
Momentum of
understand
teams,
why
injuries.
if we've won so many games and we're going to go through the World Cups anyway, why don't we just pick people from the Championship? Just give them a chance. Fuck it.
You can have a look at your squad, potential players, upcoming players. I don't know.
How sick would that be if you're in the World Cup qualies, but Harry Kane scored about 2 goals in the games played, and then you got some guy from like whoever in the Championship or like League One just popping in goals. Like, you're in the squad for the World Cup, mate. you know, instead of Ollie Watkins scoring that goal against Holland, could be someone from like League Two, and he's like 16 stone, but he's a fucking.
Yeah, a wild card. We used to have wild cards, didn't we? He used to come in.
Be sick.
I remember, I'm going to show my age now. I remember there being fixtures for an England B team and an England C teams. I
don't remember
that.
C. I don't remember C team. But I
I
remember.
think wasn't C the non-league footballers and England B was
I think
Championship League 1, League 2.
I would watch every
that.
World Cup B, World Cup C.
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
I might be wrong
because I remember
pretty
Chris
sure there
Sutton got, refused to play for the England B side, didn't he, when he got selected? And then from that, he never got selected for England again. It was like, apparently that was the reason why he didn't play for England, but I think the reason was he was not good enough. Really.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's a fucking wonky argument. He was
He
fairly
was good.
prolific.
He was good.
Blackburn when they won the Premier League,
Yeah.
wasn't he?
And then disappeared to Celtic.
Yeah, but
And he was at Norwich.
Norwich.
Oh, he was great. I loved him. I loved him at Norwich.
I tell you, we have slid off the convo.
Oh, we have.
It's average.
Let's get back to it. Right,
Sliding away like
next game,
Spurs
next
down
game.
the
Right,
table.
so, let's do the game which you actually did predict the correct score for,
Okay.
which did end up 1-1, surprising. And it was Bournemouth against Burnley at the Vitality, a game which obviously interests you, your team and their league position.
Yeah, so my prediction was basically upon, I thought, Bournemouth, by the way, I want to just rewind a little bit with a 4-4 draw with Man United. What the fuck was that?
What a game!
What?
What a
That was a
game!
great game.
I watched that in the bar in Milton Keynes after work. Sorry, anyone from Milton Keynes, but fuck me, might shithole.
I don't think that widespread yet.
Watched in the bar, but yeah. So, for me, there was just so many fixtures this weekend that I just thought was going to be a draw.
Yeah.
From a West Ham point of view, it's a good result because I thought Bournemouth dropping down up until the Man United result. I was like, fucking hell, here we go. So yeah, it's a good result for us, but.
Yeah, it's a good result for you. But for Bournemouth, they started off so well. They've got an array of attacking talent, and they were doing well at the start of the year. And we thought, do you know what, they're doing really well since they sold pretty much all of their back line. But of late, they just cannot keep a lead, or they can't do anything to win a
And
game.
to be fair, the goal they scored was quite fortunate. It was a good finish by Semenya, but the slip, like That's just harsh, isn't it? You know, the guy slipped. He just put it away. Fair play.
Yeah.
If he had some tread on his tyres, he wouldn't just slip. You know what I mean? Like,
His studs are a bit longer.
yeah. If he weren't wearing blades,
He's fucking tracking us out.
Yeah, I mean that puts them Bournemouth down to that little group which I've been talking about. So they're not down
They've been
and
draw-
out.
they've been draw
but
specialists
They've been draw specialists. They've gone like 2-0 up. Then they've been chasing the like they were 2-0 down the U for a little
2-0
bit.
down, yeah.
And then they managed to battle it back, but just not doing enough to pick up 3 points. So
But
they're
then
they're kind of like creeping down the league.
they also lose things. They're 2-0 up against us.
Yeah.
You know, 2-0 up against someone else as well. Not us.
So that's got to be annoying for Iriota.
I think that the thing is with Bournemouth, as again I've said before, I think they was in a bit of a false position over the last couple of years, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
But the one thing that they do have, and I think they will be safe, is they have a bit of fight about them. They have a bit of bollocks about them.
Oh yeah, they're not
And when they're 2-0 down, they keep going.
They're not going to get relegated.
They're
No,
not
they're not going to get relegated, but if they keep going the way they are, they're going to be in the fight, and that's when
but
you're
that's
asking
not-
about.
that's
If
sort
they
of-
lose
that's sort of-
Semenya though,
They could be
which
different.
he's
Lots of
they
talk-
could
yeah,
do
lots of
because his
Lots of
buyout clause is what
I'd-
65.
If I was a Bournemouth fan, like I'd be okay because I trust that if he goes, they've got someone. They've got
Their
someone.
recruitment's pretty
Oh,
good.
my God.
They've got someone in mind, or they've got someone in
Their
reserves.
recruitment is good, and they pluck players from areas for not massive money. I get that. But I think Semenya for them has been a bit of an elite.
Yeah,
sort
he
of-
is.
Oh, he's
They're
a
not
bit different.
replacing him
No.
to the level that he's at.
No, you can't. You
Then,
can't.
So then the
they've got this
problem is-
Croupy guy, you know, who seems to be like they found a gem at 19 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether he's a left winger or he's Croupy.
Striker.
Yeah. I don't think Bournemouth are going down.
Mm.
I think if they sell Semenya, they're going to be in the conversation because it only takes 2 or 3 games, and all of a sudden, if you look at Leeds picking up points, okay, we've talked about Burnley and Wolves, they're down. Forest picking up points. We have actually picked up points. The only point with us is that the teams around us have
Everyone's
picked up
picking
points.
up points. Yeah.
All of a sudden, 2 or 3 games can change everything. And I think they sell Semenyo and they don't replace him with somebody that's going to come in and score 10 goals from January to the end of the season, they could be in a conversation.
And I know
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, and I know you were saying that they've done pretty well considering they sold all their back line pretty much, but they concede a lot of goals.
They are now, aren't they?
Yeah,
They started off
that-
well. They started off well, but they conceded.
But that, and I think that is, which I can't sit there and blame them at all. You sold 3 of your 4 back 4.
Yeah.
But I think
You're
with Bournemouth, if they do get rid of Semenyo, what we need to look at is their actual sort of like multi-club ownership linked with Lorient in France. I bet you whoever's playing left midfield for Lorient and doing all right, he stands a chance of being Semenyo's
I
replacement.
think Jeremy Allier is still there.
Jeremy Elliott, what a shout!
What a great shout. All right, well, that's Bournemouth. That draw for Burnley is the first point they've picked up in 5 matches.
Well, is it something to build on? That's
But it wasn't. When they scored like the 95th, 96th minute, so they scraped a draw at the end of the day.
Yeah.
But at least they didn't back down and they managed to scrape.
They're nothing like Wolves. You can't put them in that category, but they're just.
And I just don't think they've got enough going forward. They've got the fight, but they just haven't got the.
Well, you know who
skill.
scored, and I hope he starts because he's always been pinging around everywhere. That Brozier scored, didn't he?
I liked him at one point. I thought he was going to be good.
I thought he was going to do.
But a lot of, I'd say some of the Burnley fans I spoke to recently are actually like, Brozier's a waste of time, actually.
Why do they ever play him though?
Apparently he's injured all the time.
Oh right, I get it. Well, he came on the other day and scored. So
You know what an
it'd
injured
be nice.
centre forward's like, don't you?
It'd
Be nice to see him.
We only buy injured centre forwards. We've got them for good for ages.
He's 31 and he's fucked. We're having.
Let's have it fucking right.
All right, well, there's not really too much we can say more about Bournemouth and Burnley. Burnley, we all unanimously think they're going down.
Yeah,
They're
we're
done.
going to go down.
They're gonna
I
go
feel
down.
sorry for Scott Park on that front because I actually quite like him as a manager.
Yeah, I
I
think
like
he's
Parker.
quite
I
good.
think, I think he talks sense.
Good player,
and he,
yeah.
you know,
Level-headed.
I reckon
Yeah,
he could actually
I like
become like a
him.
mid-table Premier League manager. I don't think he's that bad.
Yeah, I think he's got the potential
Yeah,
about
I do.
him.
I'm not saying he is
Yeah,
right now,
okay.
but I think
Well,
he
let's
could
say, when Burnley come up, whoever's in charge, then usually
be. Yeah.
straight down.
All right, okay. Let's go on to the next game. Let's go top of the league. So we're going to go to the Hill Dickinson Stadium. Everton 0, Arsenal 1. What do we think about that game, boys?
Oh, it's a shame. I thought this was where
Yeah,
I thought this was where the Rock was really, really gonna show itself and come into blossom. But we're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer.
It was a big win.
It was a good win.
It was a big win.
It's a place where Arsenal usually go to and struggle. So they've come away with a 1-0 win. If you were a supporter of that club,
I know they won.
You
but
take
but
it.
It's a penalty goal.
Did
It's
you
it's
see?
not exactly a
Did you
squad
see
penalty.
what was that Jacob? What's his name?
O'Neill, whatever.
O'Brien.
Oh, Jacob
O'Brien.
O'Brien. Did you see what he was doing?
So the ball came over. It's like he claps. And then he handles it. What the fuck was he doing?
Yeah, but it was leading to that corner. He goes flying into. It wasn't a pen, but I've seen them given because of how shit VAR is, and you're like, mate, that was risky. But anyway, it's gone out for a corner. Let's just get it out. And then he decides he's not a football player; he's a volleyball player.
Yeah,
and like
stupid.
jumps up and starts spiking the balls. Like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on? Like,
So you think it's a 1-0 win with a penalty given of a
really bad
ridiculous,
yeah, I think the guy just wasn't
defensive
there.
judgment call at the time. So it's not a classic win, but Arsenal fans aren't going to care.
No.
Three
Of
points
course
on
you
the
take
board.
it.
They're the
But
games.
Everton-
They're the games
Yeah.
of worry
Yeah.
that
Everton, I think, had a stonewall pen not given, and it went to VAR, and it was not a. The VAR came out and said it wasn't a significant touch. But have you seen it or not?
Right, so no, I haven't. I'm not
So,
gonna lie.
so what happens? It comes
I didn't
to what's his name, Barry in the box. I think he chests it down, touches the ball with his foot to knock it a little, not over Saliba, but knock it away from Saliba. Saliba's just come through, smashed him right in the leg. Don't worry, he's gone down like he's been shot. Be all end all of it. That's what players do now. That's a pen. It's a pen anyway. I even looked and went, ooh, that's a pen. No, nothing. It's gone to VAR. Not a significant touch. He's just volleyed him in the foot. Like, it is a pen. I'm not massively big on the guys that as soon as he gets touched, he gets shot. But he has just volleyed his foot. Other end, I'm pretty much sure that's going to be given.
I was about to say, because I haven't seen the incident either.
Oh,
do you think if the player's in an Arsenal shirt, he's getting a penalty for it?
yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, 100%. Like that, I really.
Fucking VAR though, isn't it?
But
There's only one person that can save VAR. They need to appoint one person to save VAR. Roy fucking King,
Roy King,
mate.
yeah.
Because he'll just say, get the fuck up.
You baby.
big baby.
Big baby.
Baby.
They
Can
need
you imagine that being said that the referee calms everyone down? My VAR call, get the fuck up, you baby.
The crowd though.
The players will fucking love it.
Even if it's against you, you'd probably be like, hey!
At least you know where he stands.
Get up, you fucking muggy prick.
we can talk about VAR fucking for hours and hours and hours.
Do you know what? I think we will have a segment of
We have
episode
to.
just on VAR.
Why
We'll chat about.
My only thing I'm going to add to that is, why the fuck are professional footballers not making these decisions that have dealt with it their whole careers?
I agree.
Because
You've got some knobhead that's been to university and watched a load of videos. Yeah, well, he touched the ball with his little finger. Like,
The simple thing is
there's
they can-
certain things that just.
They can get paid for just talking on like punditry and stuff like that, where there's no pressure whatsoever. Or they can go get paid less and go make decisions for big games. What are you going to do?
You got to pay them. You've got to pay them to make
Yeah.
the decisions.
Yeah, you
because
do.
the decisions that are
But
being
they
made
never-
that are being made wrong
Yeah.
are potentially costing clubs millions
Yeah.
of pounds.
And it'd be
So
made-
pay the pundits, your Roy Keanes, your Ian Wrights, your
I
Gary.
agree.
Like,
But they
love
never
or
gonna
hate
happen.
them. But professional footballers need to be making the decisions. Even if you plucked professional footballers from League One and Championship that maybe don't have the money like your Ian Wrights and your Carragher's, but they've played the game and they understand the game and they can say, actually, no, I'm not having that. He's gone down like a fucking fairy, or what? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why the fuck
But
are these people making these decisions?
I just love a referee, doesn't matter if it's for my team or against my team, to be asked to go to the monitor
Say no.
and say no.
Yeah,
and go
absolutely.
like, you know what, I've looked at, you're trying to influence my decision by showing me this camera angle, this slow motion thing.
Yeah.
So effectively, the guy in Stockley Park is going, make this decision because you haven't seen
It'd be
something.
brilliant. It'd be brilliant for the guy to go to the monitor and go turn around and then go to the crowd and do his presentation thing and be like, the bloke in my earpiece is an absolute dickhead.
Yeah.
Doesn't know what he's on about. Play on, play.
Exactly. Darren England, you've had a stinker there, mate.
Yeah.
I also think it can. I think it can be nicked quite quickly, and so basically you're the referee, right? Something's happened, whatever it is, right? You go to the screen because they've said to you, you need to have a look at that. You watch it twice from the angle of which the referee was at, right? No more. You make a decision on that. You have two. You watch it twice. That's it. Not that angle, this angle, this angle. That no bollocks. Real time. And you watch it twice. If you can't make a decision in that real time,
I think a ref's angle and a lino's angle.
Yeah, okay. So one from the ref's angle, one from the lino angle, but at the end of that 1, 2, make a decision.
Yeah, but
Done.
Gentlemen, I want an 11
Fucking
inch. I
nine
want an
minutes.
11-inch penis. It's just not going to happen.
No.
All right, okay. So let's go back to the game. Let's quickly touch on what that means for Everton. So they're up to 10th place with 24 points, only 5 points off 4th place, and they've got mediocre form. They've won 1, 2, and lost 3 in their last 5 matches. What do you reckon to Everton so far?
I think they're okay. I think
They're right.
at the start of the season there was things about is Moyes the right man and within the Everton camp, but he's got some results, and I think like with what he currently has, not in a false position. I think they're going to be thereabouts. Really,
Thereabouts with what?
Well, what are they? They're mid-table, aren't they?
Yeah, 10, exactly.
I've just got to stop you there because I swear for about 3 or 4 weeks I've said I reckon they'd come mid-table and everyone's laughed me off the pitch. Am I why? I think they're doing all right.
They are.
But everyone else thought I was being a penis.
No, I wouldn't say that with me. I think Moyes.
Are you doing another podcast, Mark?
Yeah.
Are you cheating on us? Or what?
Yeah.
Moyes was always going to make them difficult to beat.
True.
And I think that Moyes there is a great appointment, and I think mid-table was a fair thing that with him.
Yeah,
I think
it is. I think that their defence for me is the thing that's holding them back.
Tarkowski, Michael Keane.
God,
Michael Keane.
Isn't he gash though?
Yeah, he is.
He's terrible. I mean, they've been unlucky. What's his face? He's been injured. Young guy.
Braithwaite.
That's the way. That would have like helped them defensively.
Well, how the hell Michael Keane has got an England cap? He's fucking
Mate, Tarkowski makes me laugh though. One pinged off his foot yesterday and went behind for a corner, but fuck it, had Pickford scrambling. It was like, and he just turns around, so I can't remember what the player is, and just starts laughing, like thinking, fucking hell, that was close. Like,
Moyes must be looking at Calvert-Lewin and thinking, I might have dropped a bollock there. Because I know he's been injury prone for years at Everton, but he's fucking a player that can nick a goal.
he can nick a goal.
He can do, but we'll get on.
He could have replaced Beto, couldn't he?
Anyone
You can.
All right, so that's Everton. Let's go on to Arsenal. And there's pretty much no change at the top of the table. All 3 teams won.
And actually, I have to give a comment. I bet Paul Suffolk £50 that Arsenal would be top of the table at Christmas, and true to his word, he paid me today.
Nice.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
So you were kind of like quietly hoping they'd win.
Well, not really quietly hoping.
You're betting the top way is back in Arsenal.
No, you've just
What the fuck? Wow.
I don't know you guys. I like winning. I like winning
And
money.
you obviously don't. You sport Tottenham, you cunts. Fucking hell.
Shut up.
Fucking hell, man.
Shut up.
I have no comment.
You fall in a bath for tits and come out sucking your thumb, you knobhead.
Coming from you, you ain't got a good fucking
Alright, but okay, so what is, do you reckon, the mood around the Arsenal fan base at the minute? Sorry. He's gone.
Yeah.
I'm gone.
Yeah.
No.
Alright, so what does that mean?
Yeah, Arsenal, they're pretty good. Fans of helmets.
That is absolutely true. But they've scraped the win against Wolves. They've scraped the win against Everton. I know the wins,
But
as
this
we
is
just said.
this is the time of year where you take scrapes.
Yeah,
you really do.
That's the one thing. Like I have to got to give them credit because at the start of the year, they were, I would say, the best club in Europe. Which I'll probably go if you.
Well, it's proven they're top of the European.
Yeah,
table,
and they were the tits at the start of the year. You got to say that. When it's come to some hard fixtures and some hard games, they've scraped some out.
So,
I know
Arsenal fans, helmets.
Yeah, helmets.
But they've got a reason to be relatively cheerful, but also there's got to be a little bit of nerves.
Of course, the arsehole is twitching. The biblical meltdown is coming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Which
yeah.
is like, it's a long process.
And I think after we'll talk about the next game next about the guys running after them because
Absolutely.
you are right. They're arsehole. Everyone in Arsenal, not just their fans, they are nipping.
Yeah.
Because those bastards behind them, what are they? 2 points?
Yeah, it's still 2 points at the minute. So, all right, okay, we've chatted about Arsenal. Let's go on to the next game, which is Man City 3, West Ham 0, and the people chasing Arsenal. We'll quickly touch on City first of all before we go on to West Ham.
Yeah.
I didn't watch the game.
I didn't watch the game.
I think it was a 3 o'clock blackout anyway,
Yeah,
so not many people can. But a lot of people said who did manage to watch the game, like City are starting to purr a little bit.
And I believe
You're
my
probably going to
answer-
say what I said last game when Palace played. They're just
City.
fucking good.
It's Man City, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's fucking,
I believe Ryan Cherky's going to be best player in the league. I think
He
he's
is
class.
really good. I'll tell you what,
He's absolutely
Foden, those three at the moment, but that Tajani Reinders at the moment, because he started well, then was
started
like,
well,
he's going to be amazing.
dipped.
Because it was AC Milan, was it? Last
Yeah,
year?
he was at AC.
And he did bits at AC Milan,
Yeah.
didn't he? And he came in, he scored that goal, I can't remember who it was against. I think it might have been the first day of the season, or second, whatever. And he sort of like stopped getting in the team. Every time he did play, it looks a little bit like meh. At the moment, mate, he just seems to pop up from nowhere in the box, and you're like, where the fuck did he come from? Like the goal he scored against you, you're like, oh, it's against Shirky, Foden, Haaland, pings it off to. Where the fuck's this guy come from? And just pinged it top.
Yeah.
See you later, keeper, no chance. And you're like, whoa.
Or maybe these players are just taking a little bit of time to bed into the pace and the physicality of the Premier League. Now they've got used to it. It's
That Gonzalez has started.
Nico Gonzalez,
Like, not
yeah.
saying he looks incredible, like a new Rodri. That's not what I'm saying at all. But he looked proper suspect, I would say. Like he was no,
Last year he was a bit suspect,
he was no replacement for Rodri, and it was. I think he looked a real weak link in their team. Whereas, like I say, when they played against us, he shut Wharton up pretty well. Like he couldn't spray balls around at all. And I just think he's a little bit of a nuisance in midfield for any other team at the moment,
Well,
which is kind of.
Remember
good.
when they folded last year because of Rodri's injury?
Yeah.
Who's Rodri at the minute?
Yeah.
You know,
it's not they
Gonzalez.
barely even miss him now.
Exactly. You don't make that excuse because they're not making that excuse. They go, okay, Gonzalez, you step in.
Yeah.
And he does step in and more.
Yeah.
So
With that Reinders and
Ryan is playing really well. Obviously, they've also had, which I think's been one of their best players this year, out for a couple of weeks in Doku. He's been super consistent this
He's
year.
going AFCON, isn't he?
What, Jeremy Doku?
Yeah, is he?
He's Dutch, isn't he?
No.
No, it's Belgium.
Is he
Belgium,
Belgian?
that's it.
Yeah,
That's
Belgium.
it. Belgium, yeah. Another one that is also probably not African. Mum and Dad probably are. But anyway, but that's another person who's been out for a couple of weeks. Have you seen much? No difference at all. And he's been one of the most consistent players, I would say, this season.
Yeah, I
He's been
agree.
really
He's
good.
proper direct winger. I really like him.
But-
They've got some amazing talent. I mean, but you said it, Shirky. It wouldn't surprise me in the next 4 years he wins Ballon d'Or.
That guy's
He's insane.
sauce.
But
Confidence.
He was like that at Lyon, though. He was.
Yeah, but he's doing it. He's
that's
doing
what
it
I
in that
mean.
league. Now
He's gone up a level.
To move, to move from Lyon to City on that pressure. Like, I know you've got other people that you can depend on.
Yeah.
But you've got to do bits, or you're not going to get in.
For someone like him, we'd say talk about pressure. He obviously don't feel pressure that much because
he loves
he's just
to be on the
rolled in.
ball.
He's confident on the ball.
Yeah.
He's good on the ball. Someone like I really, in this day and age of systems and short passes, going out and playing your percentages, someone that you really actually like watching play.
Yeah, he's
actually,
good, fun to watch,
joy.
isn't he?
Yeah.
And at the moment, Foden's kind of getting in there for me of how fun it is to watch that guy just move the ball around and just.
He's getting in the rhythm now, isn't he?
What about you boys?
No,
just
it's
beaten
fucking
by
Man City,
class.
It's Man City. I think that I know that obviously we've lost. I actually think this is right kicking the bollocks. We've lost Wan-Bissaka and Diop.
Yeah,
And I
Diop,
think
he
that
had
them
two
players have been
fullbacks.
huge for us.
Yeah. So who did you play at fullback?
Walker Peters and Oliver. Well, it changed a bit, but Skulls, youth player.
Yeah.
But surely, like this game, is one you draw a line under and go.
You
back
can say
we weren't really getting much in this.
Free,
game.
free hit.
I think the biggest kick in the bollocks is, as we said earlier, is the teams around us are picking up points. I mean that like I know we come on to it, but that's huge. Leeds against you.
Yeah.
Huge. Not just for Leeds, but against the teams that are like around us. I mean, fuck me. So, in actual fact, I said it ain't that bad for us because we've lost to City, Villa, Liverpool.
Which most teams, I would say,
Right.
will in the
We
league.
beat Newcastle, Burnley, drew against Bournemouth, drew against Brighton.
Yeah.
Actually, if you looked at that and didn't look at
Previous
the results of other teams, you'd think, oh, yeah, they'll be all right. West Ham picked up a few points. They'll be all right.
And to
But
be,
the Leeds result against you is a monumental kick.
Because I think
that was a huge relegation battle anyway.
I think you pretty much said last week if you can hold it down to like make sure it's not like 4 or over, you'll take it.
Yeah.
Which I think when you go and play
that's-
City,
when you're battling relegation
you take that because you don't want to get a batter.
at
Nothing.
their place,
Yeah.
it's fucking. It's one of them ones where it is you just got to write off.
Yeah. Oh yeah. For sure.
But look, how many teams have gone to Man City better than you at the minute and lost 3-0?
Most people.
And been given a hiding.
Yeah.
So you can't really.
It's one of them, and you just got to write it off.
You just say-
Man City came
The
to
other
us
one-
and did exactly the same.
I mean, the other one as well, sorry, just rewinding a little bit. I mean, we got a point with United, and I know that United are hit and miss, but like, if you look at the points we've got against the teams that we've got,
Yeah.
actually, it ain't quite that bad.
I think it looks worse than it is.
It looks worse than it's just mainly because, as you say, team around
Your
you
start.
picking up results and also
January
you,
for us is fucking.
You've been saying for a while that January
Who- who they-
But also you just play-
Who's their fixtures again?
Your horrendous
West
start
Ham.
to the season
Yeah.
is just killing you.
Potter's sort of killed us a bit.
Yeah.
Really, because we couldn't.
If you go
we couldn't
down, that
defend
has to
fuck
be
all.
because of him.
Oh,
Right?
when
we
we-
couldn't defend fuck
like-
all.
Yeah.
We bottom the league. We
Right,
were
so
fucked.
you've got a huge game for
It's
you next.
huge.
So you've got
Fulham.
Fulham
at
at
home.
home.
Yeah.
So you need 3 points there.
100%.
And then you got Brighton at home.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, you realistically need, or you really need.
Well, I said 9 points by the end of January
Okay.
to stand a realistic chance going into February.
Because the way it sits at the minute, points wise, there is now a 5-point gap
Yeah.
to Forest, 6 points to Leeds, and Forest play on Monday and they've got a game in hand. So that theoretically could be a 6-point gap by
Well,
the
I'll
end
tell you
of the
what
week.
the big thing with us will be, potentially, look at the goal difference. Look at the fucking goal difference.
you are well behind on goal
That's
difference.
a-
And that's an
point.
extra point, I get it.
Easy.
But one thing I do think you have in your favour, okay, there's that 6-point gap. But if you pick up a win and a draw, and then that gap closes down, their arse start nipping up. At the minute, they look at that gap and be like, oh, we can relax a little bit now. There's a little bit of a gap going. But it's kind of, I know it's a real Michael Owen thing to say, it's kind of down to you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. But I also think that I think that Nuno ain't been in long. What I've seen is encouraging.
It's progression, isn't
it? But we need to condense it a bit because we don't quite have that time to build on it. But I think it has been encouraging under him. I think the one thing, no, that's a lie. The two things we lack, obviously one is goals, right? We got Fulkrug who's nearly retiring.
31 years old and fucked.
Right? Yeah. Well, we have, right? I can't see other than Bowen where we're getting the goals from, and defensively we leak goals. We do. Mavropanos to Bedo, fucking Kilman.
So everything you just said there.
£14 million for Kilman.
What positives you got?
Right, I'll tell you, right, what we need to happen, and I'm a big fucking thing about this, right, is when them players cross over that white line, right, there's nothing that the coaching staff and the manager can do. So players need to fucking step up. Right? You're professional players, you're earning this amount of pounds. If you set up and you go 1-0 down early, right? Don't look at the fucking bench, right? Put your hands down your pants, find your fucking bollocks and say, do you know what? We need to sort this shit out because we're 10 minutes in.
Yeah.
Right? What do we do? I'll tell you what you do, right? You fucking fight for every ball.
Yeah.
And I don't feel we have the players at the moment that have that fight in them.
Yeah.
I don't. I want to see some bollocks about them. I do.
Yeah.
Fucking fight. 2-0 down. What are you going to
Yeah.
lose?
Yeah.
2-0 down, you twat. Sit back. Damage limitation. We got a goal difference of -16. We're 6 points behind Leeds.
Yeah.
5 points behind Forest.
Forest have got a game in hand.
What the fuck you got to lose?
Yeah.
Right, let's have a go. Let's just fucking have a go.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyway, going on to that, I think that actually the results have been encouraging. We lose to City 3-0. That's City. January.
Yeah,
Fucking
I mean, you
January.
literally just look on to the next fixture, and that game against Fulham is huge.
Oh,
that's a 6 pointer for you.
And the thing is as well, so when we touched on it earlier, when we have picked up points, teams around us have picked up points, which has been a bit of a damp thing. That's why you look at the table and you think, well, that looks really shit. But actually, when you look at the teams that we've played and the teams around us have played, I think we've probably had a bit harder.
I think it might look worse than it actually is.
Yeah.
But then you
need a run.
You need to win those games near you, don't you?
If we get 3 games in January,
you
3
beat
wins
Fulham,
and then all of a sudden, but so long as fucking Leeds lose and Forest drop a point or a couple of points, then all of a sudden it tightens up.
Yeah.
But
I think that's a good place to actually move on to next. But Leeds did win, and they won quite fucking comfortably.
Ellen Road, tough place to go.
Tough place to go.
We
Not
said
as
this
tough as
before.
It's
Bodo.
not quite bad. No, it's not quite as big as Bodo, but it's a hard place to go.
No worries.
It could be worse.
Or inviting cups.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, good call. Let's get a little bit of coops.
They are quite Larnaca.
But they look like Bodo. Maybe
Yeah.
that was confusion.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Winning the Conference League isn't for everyone, bud.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Oh, but they've guaranteed themselves a playoff.
Yeah, don't worry. We've guaranteed ourselves an extra 2 games that we haven't got time for, but buzzing for it. We probably won't play our last Premier League game till about October, by the way this fucking keeps going on. But anyway, let's talk about Leeds Palace, shall we?
Okay,
October?
Mate, I feel that's what's going to happen. You guarantee we're probably going on an FA Cup run now because we're so fucked.
Will you though?
No, we've got Macclesfield. We'll probably lose against them.
Yeah,
We've
we
got
got
Arsenal next.
QPR.
We've got Arsenal in the cup.
In 2 days' time or in 2 nights' time.
Yeah, well, that's what we do. We play every 2 days now.
Hope you spank them. But anyway.
Somehow, can't see it.
So,
But you never know. It would be Palace if we did. So,
On to the game. 4-1, mate.
mate, can I just say? So before this game, I don't believe this because I think we have. But on the commentary, they said that's the first long throw we've conceded this year. I'm pretty much positive it isn't because I'm sure Bournemouth scored one against us, but whatever, that's what they said.
Jimmy Savile was from Leeds, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Because you got touched.
Yeah,
I
big
think
time.
Scarborough.
Oh, well, Yorkshire then.
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire.
Yeah.
This is really weird information to retain.
Yeah.
Savile FC. You got
But yeah,
fingered.
we just did not turn up, and our defending from set pieces was, I don't think I've seen anything as poor as that from a Palace for
Were
a
Leeds
long.
good though? Did they? Were you shit? Or were they
We
good
were
or
just
both?
shit, but they were all right. They deserved to win the game wholeheartedly, even if it was just set pieces that they won from. I think they would have started shitting themselves at the end though, because we scored and then we went up at the end and Devaney hit the post, and I think after that would have made it 4-3, and that with about 7 or 8 minutes left to go, and because the crowd got very silent after the penalty went in, and I think if that went in as well, because suddenly after we scored, it was like, oh yeah, we do know how to play football, and you're just like, so what have you done for fucking 80 minutes then? Like what? It was a very weird game. We were really off. Like they were just first to every ball. 50-50 balls they won, 40-60 balls they won, and like I say, the long throws and set pieces, they just wanted the headers more than us. Like, we left Calvert-Lewin like he was a ghost, like he weren't even there in the box. You can't sit there and say his goals are amazing, but he was there and he put them away.
I watched a bit of it, and
we were shit.
yeah, but I also think that it's a little bit of two things. So I think you look tired.
Yeah, but hardly any of those players played.
Right? Yeah, but
I do agree.
Nonetheless, right? You bossed it in the Premier League. You was up to 4th.
Yeah.
A lot of games, still in cups, European games. I thought you looked
Don't
tired.
talk about cups, bruv.
Underhand little.
Fucking mum.
But also, Leeds have had a bit of a bounce, haven't they, in the last 3, 4,
Especially at
5
home.
They
games?
picked up a few.
They're at home.
points in a few, yeah.
And I can imagine in that changing room, they're going to be like, do you know what? These motherfuckers are here for the taking.
Yeah, I was
Let's
worried.
get the crowd up.
Yeah.
Let's get behind. Let's get a goal. Let's get fucking going.
Chase everything. They pressed us hard.
Yeah, and that ain't no dig at Palace, because you have so far had a good season.
Yeah, 100%.
But from their point of view, they must be thinking, if we keep the run going, if we keep picking up these points, we're going to be all right.
Yeah.
But we all need to do it.
But I think...
Calvert-Lewin is there with his handbag and his skirt.
Yeah.
Banging in goals.
And I think, like, I don't... I know it's... I know it's annoying, and it does annoy me that obviously getting spanked 4-1 is extremely annoying. But I feel like I don't mind that much. Like the guy we've been playing well this season is what it is. Club like Palace, you're going to have your off day.
Yeah.
Shame it happened against Leeds. I'd rather it happen against someone a little bit
Maybe
better.
Leeds thought, okay, yeah, we need to get at these guys because they've got a couple of tricky ties coming up.
Yeah.
They're away at Sunderland. Maybe before the season started, they'd thought that's a winnable game. But now,
draw all over that.
yeah,
Do you reckon?
Sunderland
Love a
home.
draw.
You love a good draw, yeah. And then they've got Liverpool at Anfield.
Yeah.
So they probably think, oh, you know what, we may not get a lot of change out of those two games, and maybe Palace, energetically at least, were there for the taking.
Because I really do think the players that played Saturday night, most of them will be playing on Tuesday, and I think they got that in their head.
Mm-hmm.
Playing
maybe.
their EFL Cup game against Arsenal, and I think when I say they were first to every 50-50, 40-60, kind of think that showed. I think a lot of players were going, I don't want to be injured for this, and I'm not using that as any excuse or anything. I'm just trying to think of reasons why we weren't at the races. I know it could just be one of those things, but I think
could just be a lot of games.
I think
You're
yeah.
playing more games now than you've ever played normally as a season.
And
I don't even think
really-
I've seen top teams play as many games as we have. It's like
Wait,
every two fucking days, mate.
Good that you reminded me. How the fuck can the fixture scheduling people schedule you boys to play in Europe, albeit at home? I get it. At 8 o'clock on a Thursday, and then you play a Premier League game away at 8 o'clock on a Saturday.
Yeah, and you know why they've had to do that? They would have put a Sunday, but because there's an EFL Cup game on the 23rd of December. What the fuck is that?
I get it. Why
just leave it. The next round isn't until whatever. Just leave it after Christmas, you know.
Why couldn't they
does it matter?
reschedule this Leeds game? Do you know at the end of the year when we've got it's like March and April and you play literally one game every week?
Yeah.
Why can't we we'll bung in a midweek fixture in April? We'll put it back.
Exactly.
Then.
But they don't need to play that game against Arsenal on the 23rd. We don't need to. We already know we've got Chelsea. Doesn't matter. It's not like we're waiting for it. It's like we need to pick some balls at the hat and do the draw. No, you don't. Draw's done. We're playing Chelsea if we win, or if Arsenal win, they're playing Chelsea. It doesn't matter. Do you need to do it on the 23rd of December? No. That's what I can't grasp. Why they're even doing it.
No, there should be a blanket ban on all Premier League teams and fixtures of a minimum of 72 hours.
Yeah,
minimum.
And
if the fixtures overgo,
you think if that would have been Guardiola or Arteta or whatever,
that wouldn't have happened though, because they would have fucking kicked off.
Kicked off. They kick off and they've got 48 hours, and then they've got to play on the third day.
Probably would have had Rodri fucking kicking off about it.
Because the thing is as well is that it isn't just the fact that you're playing a game; it's the travel, it's the preparation.
It's the preparation. And preparation, I think, is one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
You know, whether you train hard or not on the training things, you are still in there going, right, boys, you're watching videos, this is how they play. Depending what part where you're at, if you're defending, this is how we go when we're out of possession, this is how we do when we're off possession, this is what they do at their set pieces, goal kicks, fucking everything. These guys, they're fucking, these players that we go and they put some serious shit into these games.
It's intense.
Left, right, and it is intense.
I don't think like how many hours and stuff they train isn't massive, but I think the intensity.
But the intensity of having to do that every time, that also needs to then go onto the pitch. When you've just played coops and just fucking hell, and all your coops,
Coops or cups?
fucking cups, mate. That's what it is. But you know, you've just played them. You played all your youngsters and all that. But the guys have had to come on off the bench to try and rescue a point, whatever. But all those guys, whether they're playing or not, they'll all be in the same meeting room, and they'll still be doing that, and they'll still be training. Don't get me wrong, they'll be on the other team when they're defending these set pieces and training those things. You're still there. You still got to do it all. And it is, as much as I'm more for. I love football. Don't get me wrong. As much as but a game every couple of days, like, come on, man.
Yeah, I thought
Like,
it was bang out of order.
Have a bit of a fucking look at yourself.
Do you think that's a little bit of a disrespect towards Palace? Because would
They wouldn't have
if
done it.
Arsenal was in the same
No,
position,
no,
or
no.
United or
Klopp
City
would have
or
kicked off about
Oh,
it.
right.
It was-
Guardiola wouldn't have accepted it. Chelsea hierarchy, they wouldn't have accepted it. Your top
Arsenal
five
wouldn't have
legacy
either.
clubs wouldn't have accepted it, and they would have had that move that would have done.
Yeah, it's fucking
Maybe
wrong,
Glasner and Parish have just want to, whatever, we'll take it, we'll do it, whatever.
Yeah, they
Or
probably
maybe
they
have
might
to-
have even gone to FA and went there. Is what it is, mate.
Yeah, you're only Palace.
Yeah.
We're not worried about
I
you.
don't care, do they?
Exactly, yeah.
How much millions are you bringing in?
Yeah.
Back in.
Well, all right. Well, it's not the end of the world for you because 8th.
No,
and you're only
isn't it?
3 points off 4th.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, mate.
still want to play for. Yeah, a bit of a wonky time.
It was just a wonky result.
Yeah.
Played a bit shit, but
Realistically, we'll ignore the FA Cup and the League Cup, Premier League, European football. Where do you want to be?
I would like to get in the latter stages of that Conference League,
Yeah.
and I'm happy with mid-table.
10th and a Conference League quarter semi-final.
Semi-final would be cool, even a quarter-final, to be fair, depending who we go out to. We go out to fucking Coops, no. but
Coops or Cups?
Cups.
Cups, okay.
But if we're, you know, I'll take a mid-table and have a cool cup run in Europe, you know. I'm no mug. I'm not going to sit here and say we should have this.
And to
that.
be fair, before we move on, I just want to say that, like, from a Crystal Palace point of view, I can imagine that this season, on the back of your FA Cup win, is like fucking amazing.
Take it, mate.
It's fucking amazing.
Yeah. I mean, what you got to remember, we've already won a cup this year anyway. So cups are quite boring when you win them all the time. You know,
Well, it's a good job because you didn't win the last one, did you?
Very good.
They didn't win. They didn't win. They drew.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Sorry, mate.
Replay.
VAR. Wrong. Alright, okay, so that was Leeds 4, Palace 1. We've got 2 results to go. Let's go on to today's fixture, which was Aston Villa 2, Man United 1 at Villa Park. Watched probably most of the second half.
I think I watched all of this.
Yeah?
I watched a bit of it.
Man U actually played all right. But
for what Man United are at the minute, which is mostly dog shit.
Yeah, but where do you actually see Man United as a team?
At this point in time,
they're like a mid-table side.
Yeah,
like they've got better from 16th. Mid-table side. I don't like some of their fans think they should be challenging for Europe. They should be with the club they are. Should they with the people they got on the pitch?
No.
Maybe a little bit. Should they with the manager they got on the actual system they play? No.
Absolutely not. But you think that they're 7th and they have 3 points off 4th at the minute.
You can't play their system with the players they've got and think you're going to do that well. I still say. Do you know who got injured at half time?
Yeah.
Do you know who he brought on to replace him?
Martinez.
I mean, come on.
I know because he had him in his bet and he was fucking fuming.
Mate, you can't. I'm sorry, but you can't have a manager that makes those decisions. You can't have a manager that has that as your setup and everything like that, and think you're going to be challenging from people that have actually got sensible managers and a sensible team and how they play together. Those fuckers don't have a clue what they're doing. They literally just run around, and it's only because a few of them are actually really good at football. That's the only way they get away with it. I watch Man United. I think they're just fucking everywhere. That's why I really don't rate them.
No, I'm with you on that. There's no consistency there.
Yeah, but I don't think there's ever going to be until. I think he needs to go.
Oh, scam
I
him.
think he is fucking shocking there.
Yeah, but I say I'm happy that Man United as a club think
Yeah,
that
we're all
backing.
happy that Man United aren't up there challenging anymore. We're
Fucking loving it.
We absolutely love it. We love it. So, but I mean, that was the first game they've lost.
I think they're still above us, though, aren't they?
They are, yeah. You know, they're still there or thereabouts. They're
getting the points.
They're getting the points, and they've won one, drew, and that was the first game.
I think that but they've had a nice little fixture run at the moment because I don't know if you know the old United Strand geezer.
Oh right, yeah.
It was this. I think it was the week ago maybe. That's what he predicted their 5 games to be. That would have been the 5th one. So they've had some nice games recently.
Yeah, and who have they got next? Who's the next couple of fixtures? They've got Newcastle at home and then Wolves at home. So
they'll get 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they'll probably beat Wolves. Newcastle will give them a game. They'll probably end up a draw. Oh, that's one for you, Fieldsy. 1-1.
I don't like so. I think that the thing is when you have a manager come into United, if you don't get instant success, and they haven't, obviously. They got to the Europa Cup final. But at what point do you say, do you know what, is it the manager? Is it the players?
Well, for a start,
I don't know what the problem is because they've had class managers.
They've had class managers, but you think Ruben Amorim has come in and his formation is his system and he will not budge.
Yeah.
So they play 3 at the back with 2 wing backs. Man United are not a club and the fan base that like to play that defensively pragmatic as a team. So automatically, straight off the bat, our formation is not the club or it befitting with the club's style.
Is that not again the whole Pep thing? And I'm sorry, but I do blame Pep for it. In my opinion, the downgrading football being entertaining to being a game of fucking chess. And I think that he has jumps on board with that. He's jumped on board with the whole possession base.
I don't know, because he plays three at the back, and Man United seem to have a roster of completely contrasting fullbacks.
Yeah.
All the way across that line.
Yeah.
They've got what? The Yoro, DeLitt, Maguire,
They're playing
Martinez.
Shaw left.
And they're all up and down. They've got units and they've got
Aiden
small
Heaven.
guys. You know, it's like I
Not
don't
sure
even
about him.
think these people fit the system. You know, we've all heard that Man United probably are a bit cash strapped, even for Man United, but they still spunk 200 million on their front line over the course of the
Yeah,
summer.
but I think that's the only reason why they're where they are. Because I feel like if they didn't buy your Cunha's and I know Cunha's not scored too much, but he's been pretty pivotal in their games.
It's been Wemmo's probably been more impactful, but he's now off to AFCON.
Oh yeah, of course he is.
And Šeško's been
Non-existent.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
But the
some
same,
chances
every
today.
single Man United number 9 last 2-3 year.
Yeah.
Hoyland, Xerxes.
Yeah, but I can't see why you
Don't
don't,
do
stick
anything.
with Hoyland. I know he wasn't the greatest.
Where's he at now?
Napoli.
Yeah.
Scoring.
He's
Scoring
doing
goals.
bits. He's doing bits over there. Man United, you pertained to it last week, is a bit like us at the minute. It's a bit of a poison club, probably more than us, to be fair, because Man United team and fans and club and whatever, they've got huge expectation.
Oh yeah, it's bonkers.
One of the biggest.
But let's be honest.
So, right.
How much are we fucking enjoying the fact?
Oh, love it.
Oh, it's so good.
The years of me growing up at school when you got a Man
United
United fan
win
from
again.
fucking Plymouth giving you shit because you support your local team, you
Yeah.
knobhead.
Yeah.
Like,
Do you know-
fuck you.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Welcome to my world.
Do you know?
Losing.
I've been in your world for way too long.
Fucking hell.
Think of me at school, mate. Jesus Christ, you boys were in the Premier League with Joe Cole and fucking Frank Lampard.
Yeah, got relegated with them.
We
You
were sitting
knobhead.
there with Julian Quinn on the wing.
42 points. We got relegated with them.
Speroni.
What I think, as much as we are slating and slagging off Man United, have we not got to give the opposite amount of praise to who won Villa on the day?
Oh, they are.
Valorant.
I'll tell you what.
Unbelievable.
We've won 10 on the bounce.
Have they?
10 on the bounce.
Morgan Rogers, mate. Actually, that's
What's
probably
the player?
goal. That's
He's
probably
keeping
goal of
belling
the
him out
goal
the
of.
fucking
That
league,
probably
hasn't
just beats Reece James's maybe his first goal.
Yeah.
Oh, banger, mate.
What a well organised club. Because we
Emirates.
said last week, I think, was it 4
Yeah.
or 5 years?
It's just their wages
Championship?
they sort
Yeah,
out.
the
but-
championship.
Yeah.
You know, what a well-run club.
Sort their wages out.
Well
Yeah.
run club, yeah. But last year, it wasn't that they were top of the revenue to player
Wages
Yeah.
to
They
expenditure.
were like 90 plus
90,
percent
93%.
of their total revenue. Do you know what time they spent on player wages? That's insane.
Yeah, that is.
I'm not going to lie, I'm not fully up to speed with the whole financial fair play thing, right? Because you got Villa, they had to sell a few players, you got Newcastle, they can't spend money. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, I'm looking at us and I'm thinking, well, hang on a minute, that dildo twat has spent fucking so much money with us. How are we not in financial? I don't know how it works.
It's all a bit
But
confusing.
you've got a really convoluted stadium financial plan, haven't you? Because you don't actually, you don't
like
know.
5 million a year.
Yeah, you know, so you haven't got to spend fuck all on stewardship or whatever.
Oh, we
is
pay
it?
nothing.
Yeah, exactly. So what other
Thank
teams
you
may
all
have
for
to
your
spend
financial contribution, by the way.
Yeah, keeping West
Right,
Ham.
right, pikey club now, aren't we? Cheers, David Sullivan.
We're
Not
funding the Hammers misery at the minute.
bad. No,
Yeah.
but, so we've
I'd
the
rather
whole-
fund it down in Championship. Pricks.
Mate, it'll be half
I
empty.
actually don't want to see you down, actually.
We've all got tourist supporters, that'll be half empty. No, but so, to be fair, but Villa, I have Villa actually spent that much?
No,
I
that's
don't-
Not really.
cool. They were really inhibited. That's why they had to go out and get like Sancho on loan.
Victor
And
Lindelof,
then-
free.
And that's why they had to get
I don't understand how
Harvey Elliott on loan with a obligation or
Yeah.
option to buy.
He's
They
not
spent nothing.
fucking,
Emery has just done a fucking awesome job.
What a manager.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
an absolute manager.
What a
you know.
manager.
And we've said it a couple of times, that got absolutely slated and slagged off by the Arsenal fans.
Yeah.
That it's probably because he just wasn't Arsene Wenger and he came off and he was on a hiding to nothing anyway.
Yeah, and I think that whoever came in would have been
same shit.
Yeah, you got to admit.
a little bit like
Same
United
with
with
Moyes.
Fergie when
Moyes was just a sacrificial lamb because
And I
someone
think-
had to be in there.
And I think statistically speaking, he was one of their most successful managers
Since.
when
In-
Ferguson left.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
You know, but because it wasn't instant success. But
I mean,
he's gone.
like Fergie was buying Rooney and Berbatov and
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and
Moyes
bought
Fellaini.
Fellaini and, you know,
Yeah.
and whatever. They just weren't glamorous enough, and it just,
Yeah.
and we all know the rest. But Villa, they're still
Doing bits.
3 points behind Arsenal. But here's the big question.
They play him soon.
Yeah, they play,
Yeah.
and it'll be at the Emirates this time. But Villa are a little bit of a bogey team for Arsenal, so that could be a really interesting game. Do you think they've got, with only 17 games played, so that's another 21 games to play? Can they maintain? Are they? Do you think they've got enough to?
No.
Don't think they maintain the. I think they could battle out for that fifth though with Liverpool
Villa.
or Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean they've pulled out a 7-point gap on the 4th and 5th now.
That's a
So
that's a big gap.
That's 2 games to lose for the rest of the season. You know,
See,
with that.
from a Villa point of view as well, and I'm not saying that there's any match fixing or nothing like that, but as a Villa fan, would you be more happy to look at the European football and say, "Do you know what, let's fuck that shit off, because we have a chance to win the Premier League"? They're in a position where,
you think it's a
Right.
fan.
I'm not
is
saying
it
that
too
they
greedy
would.
to ask for both?
yeah, I think it is.
I think really,
For them it is. They can't do one or the other. It's one or the other.
The squad level isn't enough to do.
So as a Villa fan, it could be quite interesting if there's any Villa fans watching. Would you rather push on in European football and not quite get there?
Yeah, because
Or sack off.
they're in Europa, which is a tough, especially this year. Anyway,
And you
so
get
it's a tough
Champions
competition.
League,
Yeah.
right? Or do you just think, do you know what? Let's have a jolly in Europa, right? But let's push for Premier League.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
I think
even if we
now
fail
as
to
it
win the
sits-
Premier League,
Yeah.
we get Champions League. But we could
If
potentially
but if you
win
put
it.
a gun to the head of an Aston Villa fan and they had to choose, they'd probably go, well, the
It's got to
Premier
be
League,
Premier League.
because
All day long, isn't it?
it's not as if we're a million miles away from the summit.
Exactly.
You know, and you know, we've got a cushion to the Champions League basis.
And if
So-
we sack off the European side of football,
Mm.
we might have less injuries, less fatigue, less this, and we can concentrate on the Premier League. Whereas Arsenal are going to go all out in Europe, right? The teams around them are going to go out all out in Europe.
Mm.
It could be, for me, I'm not saying it's like match fixing or anything like that. It could be a little trump card for Villa. They could say, do you know
It
what?
could be.
to be
I'd
fucking
like them to
sack it
take
off.
it. I'd love them to take it just game by game,
Yeah.
you know, and see where they end up. rather
Because
than
if you look at the players they brought on today, I'm only going to do 3 of them because I really don't.
Guessond.
Yeah, I'm not sure about him.
He's rare. He is.
But you're bringing on Emi Buendia for Onana, which if you're talking about the in Europe, because they're in the Europa League, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's good enough for Europa League. So Luca Digne instead of Maatsen, he's good enough for Europa League, and that Marlon,
Daniel. Yeah.
Yeah.
he's also good enough for Europa League. So it's not like they have to play. They
Kids
can.
and shit and
They
dross,
can.
so-
They've got a. I'm not saying it's an incredible squad and a massive one, but they have got players that are definitely good enough to play in that Europa League and win those games. Especially if you're doing like 2-legged games, play these lads. If you're like 1 goal down or whatever, then bring some lads on.
It's
But
kind of like survive this time of year where you're playing a game every 3 games, or 3 days, should I say. When it gets to like March or whatever, and you've only got to play like 1 Premier League game every week, and then you've got the odd midweek fixture.
But then you look
you don't get that straight, and you probably can put your main boys.
But you look at their missing players. Ross Barkley, I know you might laugh, but he's actually not too bad for Villa. He actually looks
He's
all
done
right.
He's done all right. Hasn't he?
Harvey Elliott, which I think it sounds like he might go.
He's
from
not
all
good
the
enough.
ones
He's going back
they're,
in.
they're,
Not good
they're,
enough.
going to push him back.
Yeah,
That's
I've heard they might. If they don't know, still could be Europa League players,
But
or
then
is he
again,
in their Europa League squad?
See, we're looking at the way the squad is now. You know, they could get another few half decent loans
Yeah.
in January and then add to their squad. If
Still got
if
Pal
you're Emery, you look at the league again. Help me out in January. Don't give me fucking Ryan Nelson and Lewis. Help me out in January, and let's see where this season can go. Because
I personally think they will drop off end of January, February.
I do, but I think they've got enough to be challenging for the top. I think the top 5 at the moment will probably be top 5.
I think
the
it's.
thing is that none of like Chelsea, Liverpool downwards have shown us anything anywhere near. They're going to pull off some amazing consistency run.
I think
A couple of them will. Who they are? Who knows?
it's a nice thought for Aston Villa to be in that title race, and keep dreaming, keep going for it. But in the end, you're probably not going to get it at all. But whilst you're chasing the higher levels, you're going to fall into a 3rd or 4th place position, and that's a bloody good season.
Yeah,
It is,
100%.
right. Yeah. So that's Aston Villa. We got one more game.
Oh!
Right, one more game. Talk about.
You guys are going to have to talk me through this one because I only watched the highlights.
So just
I
for
see.
everyone watching, it's Spurs 1, Liverpool 2 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium.
Have you ever watched 2 one-legged people in an arse-kicking competition?
No, but I feel like Van Dijk might have been after that Xavi Simons challenge.
No, another abject performance once more.
From who, you or Liverpool?
From us, but Liverpool weren't great either.
Yeah.
Liverpool weren't great. They were nervy. They were not on it by any stretch of the imagination. But
They were afraid to lose.
All the neutrals said, "What a great game to watch!"
No.
Because we're supporters. It's a horrible game for us to watch, but everyone else that watched it, they loved it. It was great.
But how can you love it? Because there was no quality.
No, there wasn't equality.
It's not, the only thing it was to love is for drama, because there were 2 red cards.
That's it. Sometimes people love just to watch a bit of drama, and that's what there was. I personally think, and you may all disagree with me, that the Simmons red card was. I don't think it was a straight red.
I didn't see it, to be fair.
He's running Van Dijk's back
It's a
of his leg.
ridiculous challenge. He shouldn't
Stupid.
be there.
Straight
Fucking retard challenge.
He got a straight red for it. Straight red for
Free
it.
game ban.
Free game ban, yeah. And we saw us without going against all the referees and what's happened before in games. But I saw Van Dijk himself make a very similar challenge on Solanke last year and didn't even get a yellow.
And was it? Did it go to VAR? And they,
He got a yellow.
So initially,
and
from a referee was was abysmal, absolutely abysmal on the day. But he gave him a yellow card for the challenge, and VAR sent him to the screen, and then you know what happens there.
Yeah.
So, and he got a red
he
card
was
for it.
sort of running. Van Dijk was running the ball. Xavi Simons was trying to like harry after him, run
I think
after him.
Xavi Simons was right in going for the ball, but it's just a poorly taken.
But he's just mistimed or whatever, and he's gone studs down his calf behind him.
Yeah, it's not like the front of the calf where you normally get your red. It was like down the back.
He sort of scraped down him. As
a neutral from you, and I've not seen it, would you say it's a red or a yellow?
An orange.
It's like,
I know it sounds because I completely
orange cards come out in the Premier League
because actually you actually play with orange cards in the whole league, don't you?
I don't know.
Oh, right. But no, like I get why
if
he
it's
got
against you,
sent.
it's a red, and if it's not, and if it's your player, it's a yellow.
Yeah,
it's one of them.
yeah.
Sort of-
But then also, even
in
if it,
modern-day
I won't
terms.
like, even if it was against me, I would still be going. Oh, he's not tried to do that.
in modern day,
Sort of ran after him.
terms, it's a red.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. For what football we know, that's a yellow.
Yeah.
But that's red, and he was just fucking thick as 2 short planks by doing that.
They just seem to sort of start to get a little bit going with you.
Yeah.
guys.
But the thing is that consequently, we ended up playing better.
We did.
With a man less.
Okay.
Yeah,
Weirdly, I don't know. It just kind of like
We went down.
galvanised the team a little bit, and we actually started to play all right. Their first goal, fucking hell! Romero just literally tried to punt the ball out, booted it literally just straight at a Liverpool player about 10 yards away from it, bounced perfectly into someone's path, and then he scored. Sadly, he got.
That's got an assist.
Yeah. So
Why is it always you, boys?
Exactly.
Top to Tottenham, not
Yeah,
to Tottenham.
yeah.
But yeah, we actually ended up playing better
Yeah.
with 10 men.
You ended up playing better.
We ended up playing better with 10 men.
Liverpool-
They got kind of lucky with that goal, and I still think I'll die on the hill of the fact that I think that their second goal was a foul on Romero. You don't,
No.
but
I've seen less given as a foul on a defender. I've seen that. Watch it for yourselves, and we'll go back to it next week. So that was 2-0. And then weirdly, we brought Richarlison on. He changed the game.
What a player!
What a player! He came on and made us. And weirdly, he made us better. Does it mean I think he's a great player? But that no.
If you brought on Brendan Johnson at the same time,
We did.
We
We brought him on.
We brought him on and then up on the table, but
It doesn't
Mind's working.
So yeah, we brought Richarlison on and he scored. And but then as soon as we scored, I know we kind of we got a bit scared. We pushed, and then Romero got all hot-headed, and then he got sent off. So
That was a stupid.
it was a
Just kick it
stupid.
out.
But we still pushed them with 9 men. And they still sat back and they still shit themselves in 9 minutes. So this is one thing, like Liverpool were just there for the taking. But once again, an abject performance and...
Was that a rewind to Postecoglou v Chelsea down to 9?
Yeah, a little bit.
Let's have a go.
It wasn't as
It wasn't
extreme.
quite as dramatic.
No. There wasn't quite a dramatic for that because we had nothing else to go for. It was like, no, let's die trying.
Yeah, but for 85 minutes, we didn't try. I saw Mohamed Kudus get the ball, go up the wing, have shitloads of ground to eat up in front of him.
Second from the
It's
right.
shit.
Shit.
Kudos, mate. Thank you very much.
Shitload of ground to eat up in front of him, but he just stopped and then passed it back.
Oh, yeah, he's been doing it. He's been a lot
He
of
don't
that.
believe in it.
I'm glad you reminded me of that because we just don't seem to know how to counter attack.
It just slows.
It gets into a point where, do you know what, we've suddenly got like a good 2-on-3 or a 3-on-3, we've got them back pedaling, it's like, oh no, shit, what do we do now? And now they get them back into position, and then we don't know how to break down a low block. Welcome to Spurs, mate.
I remember saying quite a few weeks back now, to be fair, but I find it really weird with the players that you've got, that you in transition from your defence to your like mid-ball, attacking midfield to your attack, is really weird, and there's no sort of like game plan.
There's no game plan. There's no cohesion. They've been with each other for 6 months now and still don't know each other's names and can't get the ball from 5 yards to each other. It's totally.
Yeah, I mean, in the first half hour, I counted 5 times, and the amount of times where someone's tried to pass it to a winger or someone out there, and it's just gone straight out of play by about 5-8 yards. And you think, oh mate, it's like they step onto the bus after a game on a Saturday, and they go home and they don't meet up again until the next match day. It's like, it just doesn't seem to be that gelling, and I still don't know what the issues is.
So this might be a little bit of kicking the bollocks for you guys because we're a bit shit, obviously. But I'm trying to understand because we've had these conversations going on about Tottenham and West Ham, right? But so what? A few questions. First of all, let's do it one at a time. What's the solution in terms of managerial? Is it the manager? The second thing is it the players? The third thing is it the people that run the club that sort of put you in this position? The fourth thing is supporters' expectations. So there's a lot of questions there, and I respect that. And without taking the piss, how do you solve from a fan? How do you solve this? Because you've had good managers, they've spent money. You've like the new stadium, right? The fans, like I don't know what do you guys think? Well, what's your opinions of it?
Go on, Mitch.
Taking me as a West Ham fan out.
No. I hear the questions you're saying, and the questions that we ask ourselves and the club also. Do you want to?
I think it's a simple solution. You've got to look at short, like what is currently affecting the team, the performance on the pitch now, what has led to these moments, and we look at the hierarchy of the club, the lack of recruitment, and also meritocracy. That you aren't awarded your place at Tottenham Hotspur because you're consistently good and you hold your standards high. You can play bad for a couple of games and you'll still get another 10 games in a run. And this is a standard that's set up from the boardroom. We usually, whoever is in the managerial position at Tottenham Hotspur is just a puppet for the board. Okay, that's the fall guy.
Yeah.
The players know the board are like this, so literally they know they can flip-flap and not hold themselves to a good standard every game. And they know that
Does
this
that
guy...
come from the board though, or should that not come from your management
It's
team?
got to be management team, isn't it?
That's got fuck all to do with the board.
No, it hasn't. No, it hasn't. Because have you know, Daniel Levy has got his brother-in-law on by the dugout with his headpiece on. It doesn't actually have a job title, but it's meddlesome.
I thought he fucked off Daniel Levy.
He has now, but over the course of years,
Oh right, okay.
over the course of years, and he's been doing that there, and so it's all been a little bit meddlesome. The board do like to have their little puppet going on, so you know we've seen this with Pochettino. You get close, all you need is a little bit more to actually get you into that area of space of being able to win. He done it with Redknapp, our two best eras. You get close to winning, all you need is that little bit more, and at that point in time, it would have been like 30 to 50 million pounds spent. It wasn't much, but Daniel Levy refused. And ENIC refused. And it's led to that time. We have made so much money over the course of the years because we've bled Harry Kane and Heung-min Son dry. We got lucky with a Jan Vertonghen, Tony Alvaro, got dry, a Carl, a Hugo Lloris. We got some really good players. They weren't top level players, but top players.
Luka Modric.
Yeah, and we got them. And we got them at really, 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 really good value. Sold them on, but
Gareth Bale.
yeah,
The one you sold him.
but who did we replace them with?
Lo Celso.
Here in your answer.
Brendan Johnson.
Yeah, exactly.
Baller,
So
mate.
if we look,
Can't wait till it's
What-
got
what-
Palace.
yeah, but Brendan Johnson is a prime example. You look at Spurs.
But that was 50 mil, wasn't it?
Exactly.
50
How
million
crazy?
for Brendan Johnson.
How crazy is that?
Wow, I did not know.
Marinakis saw Daniel Levy's arsehole, pulled his fucking trousers over, fucking inserted it in. Thank you very much. I'm taking that.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, okay, but what did he say? That's the answer, or you
No, that's it.
so what? So can you put it down to like one or two defining factors of why?
So
we are
the defining factor is the inactivity from the board to not call a spade and sit there on their hands procrastinating things because they're looking at balance sheets and numbers instead of factual human behaviours. This player is not playing well. He hasn't played well for 8 months now. You know what? Because he's value, we're losing value in him. We're going to hold on to him for a bit more and hopefully his value increases him. But actually, a matter of fact, he's done. He needs to go now.
Right.
So,
Doesn't the board not the board, doesn't the management sort of have a little bit of thing going like this guy's surplus to requirements?
no, obviously not.
No.
Pochettino, our most successful manager now, we need to change the furniture. We've got a lovely house, we need to change the furniture. Danny Levy goes, okay, I don't want to, you're out, I'm getting Mourinho in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then you know what?
I'm not
And then
saying
you know what?
Mourinho.
Guess what? You actually, you're doing a little bit flip-floppy, but you got us to a cup final. Thank you very much. You're gone 2 days before.
Yeah, that is still one of the
You know-
maddest decisions I think your club has ever made.
But this is it. The decision making is based on money because Mourinho could potentially won us. Yeah.
But wouldn't that make you more money? If you won that final,
But
would
this
that
is
not make you more money than sacking Mourinho of how much you got to pay him out?
But this is where Levy and ENIC get a little bit of money like and egotistical because let's say Mourinho won us that League Cup. Mourinho's done us a favour and won that cup. He's had to get paid an extra couple of quid.
Yeah.
He's bigger than Tottenham, this, that and the other, and they have to put up with him a little bit more. So they've decided to pull the rug from underneath his feet and just been like, actually, I'd rather have no success than success with you.
Yeah, I have to agree with that from an outside point of view because Mourinho doesn't seem to be one of them sort of managers that's going to be putting up with shit
No.
from the young.
He had, no.
The best way I look at that is like he's like an old Brian Clough in terms of I'm managing the football club.
Yeah.
I'm managing the players. This is you keep signing the fucking checks,
Yeah.
right? and I'll bring you success.
Which that's how I think.
But
club
they
should
didn't.
be.
No, you're right.
Yeah, so I'm not.
And all, for the longer it goes on, Antonio Conte was spot on in that press conference.
Yeah, 100% he was.
Absolutely spot on. And instead of actually going, no, he was right, the club have done every single bit of PR they can to move away from that and to get the fans to forget about it. But haven't actually had the bottle to go, you know what, he was right. Or do they not want to go, he was right, because they still want to play this game and still feed money out the club,
But
low investment.
I think it's getting the competition, especially Premier League wise, is getting far too greater than what it was when they were able to do this and buy all the Celsos from the Bale money and buy the shit people you did with Modric money and things like that. The competition now is so high that when you fuck up, I mean, and this isn't taking the piss, they fucked up so badly last year, not just your board, I'm talking about club as a whole. You were in danger of going down, which is fucking crazy for Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
That is mental. Not just you, I'm talking Man United as well.
Yeah.
But I do think it shows the levelling, like the level of what you need to be like top 6 club now.
Well, look at the fact we've been in the league for so long. Say our successful. Let's go back to it again. Our successful period with Pochettino, and you know a little bit. We had a good team there with Mourinho and Conte and that as well. But let's say our successful in that time, Leicester have been relegated, come back up, won the league, gone back down. Aston Villa have come up.
That was an anomaly.
It was.
That
It
won't
was.
ever happen again.
No, but Aston Villa got relegated,
Right.
come back up, and now are in a title charge, doing well in Europe.
But as a top 6 side, this is why I think Man City are still retaining of who they are. A lot of people say, but they spend so much money. So their goalkeeper got voted the best goalkeeper in the world the other day. Do you know how much money they spent on him?
Nothing.
23 fucking mil.
Yeah.
23 mil.
For Donnarumma, the best goalkeeper
Why
in the world.
didn't you, before they were even looking at him, go, we're taking 23 mil?
No, because that means winning and that means success. I can't have that. I'm going to keep this 15 minutes
That's
at
a
retail.
fucking outrageous goalkeeper to buy for 23 mil.
Yeah.
Donnarumma ain't coming.
So-
Anyway, you know,
No,
we can make it on 50 mil.
why are you not in the name? Why are you not in the news that you want to go for?
I agree with you. I agree with you. We should.
I think it comes down to the owners, and okay, we have a bit of a beef and like laugh and joke, West Ham fucking Tottenham, right? But I don't think our owners are a million miles away from your owners in terms of it's not about the fucking football. It's not about the football and the success on the pitch with the fans. What it is it's about how much fucking quid can I get in my back pocket, right? Because I don't give a fuck. So, right,
It's a business.
and again, you guys can shut me down, but like, so
No.
White Hart Lane, new stadium, £1 billion. We've done all of this, right, to push Tottenham on, right? We've done it to push Tottenham on. Best stadium in Europe.
And it probably
Right.
is.
But hang on a minute, right? What we actually want is we want NFL. We want to go to
Beyonce
Arsenal.
playing
Right,
yeah.
we'll get rid of Kane, but we won't replace him
Yeah.
because what we're going to do is we're going to do the concerts.
Yeah,
We're
we're
going
going
to
to
do
have
this, we're
Beyonce
going to
playing
do
there
that.
and
Right?
Drake and
And what we'll say to the fans, and West Ham ain't too dissimilar, we have the concerts going on, the Olympics, the American football, all that bollocks, right? Is it takes it away from the football, but we give the impression to the fans that we're providing them with the point that you can put down and it comes up from the bottom.
Yeah, the illusion.
All of that.
Absolute
bollocks,
illusion.
right?
of
We've got the biggest brewery in our what was it? You've got the
But
biggest
Harry,
brewery in the stadium.
Every single.
So
But when it comes down to it, right, the fans want to turn up, and they don't give a fuck about the fans. You,
Yeah,
us,
we're-
you can
Not
turn
fan-
up with an empty stadium, right? It doesn't impact the
long as they're making
sales
money.
for a football club because they've got Sky TV and they'll bring out a new shirt,
Yeah.
right? You turning up on a match day,
You are
don't
not a
mean
fan.
fuck all
Yeah.
to the club.
Yeah,
It
there was
doesn't mean fuck all.
do you remember the Bayern Munich geezer? And that was when they
Yeah.
played Arsenal.
Yeah.
And they subsidised all their fans to do it. And he came out and said, I don't understand why they're doing this, because the money you might get from people pay, like people
Walking through the
paying,
turnstile.
yeah,
It's minimal.
not- he said
fuck all.
you'd struggle to get an agent in the door, let alone a player.
Yet,
What does that say?
Yet the fans are the ones when you're 2-0
Yeah.
down and 5 minutes
The
to go,
one- the
that
one-
are screaming
yeah.
because they're like all
Yeah,
of
but
us.
also they're the fucking fans that one might G up your players because you can't do it from the sidelines
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they can't
yeah.
hear you. They can't hear your players. It's bollocks.
No.
That's why they give stupid notes fucking everywhere.
But we aren't fans, we're customers.
Yeah,
exactly.
But those fans though, mate, those fans can drag you from being 2-1 down to win 3-2
Get you over the fucking line.
and get you in a fucking
Yeah.
European
Fucking
Cup
line.
or
Yeah.
whatever it is,
If you're
and
gonna carry
make
on-
that club a
Yeah.
fucking load of money.
But yeah, fans are a two-sided commodity. They can win you the games, but they also give you pound coins for turnstiles,
Exactly.
merch and
So you've got to give them
blah,
value.
blah,
You've got
blah.
to give them value for money.
But I don't know. Going back to
I think
your
it's
original
also-
question, what do we think the issue
And
is?
also, we got told every single penny that this club earns goes into the team. Brilliant.
Fucking hell.
Exactly.
What are you making fuck all then?
Look,
What a
oh
load of bollocks.
wait, Wilson Odobert. Fuck me. He's the new Gabriel
Why
Overtad.
am I getting annoyed at that sentence? I think it was shit. Talking of shit.
Yeah, no,
That is an outrageous statement to
Yeah.
say. That would
But to
annoy
be
me.
fair, as a fan, right, as I am,
Yeah,
we understand the whole.
yeah. That was fucking rile me. Oh.
it does. But so you put a few things down on the table there.
Yeah.
Do I think it's the players? Do I think it's the manager? Do I think it's the board?
Yeah.
Do I think it's fan expectation? And do you know what? It's a mixture of all
Yeah.
four. The players don't seem to gel with the current managerial ethos.
But they're also not that good. There's not a risk
No,
that actually
no,
they're not that good.
The players aren't that great. We are going through a transition.
Apart from Van de Ven, who will be the best
No.
centre half in the Premier League.
He'll go to Madrid in the summer. There is a reason why.
Oh, fucking hell.
There is a reason. Why do you think he's on?
Sorry.
Why do you think he's on the overlap with Gary Neville? Gary
Yeah,
Neville
yeah,
sees
yeah.
the opportunity of what's going to happen here. It's
And
too good.
he's probably the only one that would speak out. That what he wants to know.
As a-
He wants to get. He wants.
I
wants
like
to
Frank.
Oh, yeah, I think he's
As a
very good.
player, I actually
Yeah.
fucking like
He's
Frank.
good.
Yeah.
But as I think he's one of the only players at Spurs who is self-motivated and understands that he trains hard and tries to push himself and will progress and go further than us. Everyone else is just like, I'm happy at Spurs. I know I'm not going to go anywhere else. I can't get a better deal anywhere else. I'll just do enough to keep my head above water here,
Yeah.
and that's what we're full of.
Yeah, exactly. But
I actually agree with that.
I'm going to go kind of like opposite end of the scale with Frank right now because that's who a lot of the focus is on at the minute. Is Frank right for the team or is he not? Let's give him. Let's zoom out a little bit. He's been at the club for 4 months?
Yeah.
4 months or whatever. He's been in there a very short amount of time and he hasn't had any chance yet to get rid of anyone. We chatted about bad apples last week.
Yeah.
Let's take January. Get fucking Mayor out the door. Get fucking player X out the door. That they are poisoning the atmosphere in the dressing room, and they need to be replaced. We haven't seen anything from the new hierarchy regime who say they're going to pump X amount of money into. Who are we going to get? Because we're fucking dog shit, and we are not an attractive prospect for any talented player at the moment. And answer to your question is, in simple terms, I don't know.
Yeah.
It is a literal, all four is dog shit at the minute. Manager, players, hierarchy, player ethos, it's all toxic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
no, I agree.
where does it change around from? This is the thing. We can say where it is now, but
Do you really think? Because one out of those four, you might say, well, let's get rid of Frank.
But that's always the
That is absolutely
But does
not the answer.
yeah, but does one out of those four
No.
things
No.
change the rest?
Lopetegui, he wasn't good for you, was he? You got rid
No,
of him.
it's like a shot.
Exactly.
Potter, wasn't good for you. You got rid of him.
I'll tell you for why. Lopetegui spent £100 million, right? Lopetegui spent £100 million or Sullivan spent £100 million. Yeah, was not good for us. Right.
We could argue, give him time. He didn't give enough time. We could argue, didn't give Potter enough time.
Right.
So sometimes it's not for the sake of giving a manager time.
If I can come back on that. So that was on the back of the Moyes thing, right? And it was a style of football. And we did want him out. Like, we weren't a fan's choice. I don't actually think it's a good appointment at all. Right? I don't think Pellegrini before Moyes was a good appointment. Right? That's beyond my thing. Yeah. I think Potter, actually, when we appointed him, I thought it was a good appointment.
Yeah,
I thought actually, I think it's going to be good.
I agree.
Didn't work out, so on and so forth. But with you guys, right? If we relate to the managers in comparison, Conte, Lopetegui, Mourinho, Potter, right? You've now got Thomas Frank, who's alright, okay, you know, won a great deal at Brentford, but it's gone to you. I just think that managers do need time, unless you are all of a sudden dire straits. I mean, he was with Lopetegui, he was with Potter. Bit better now, but you guys have had fucking. I don't care what you say. You guys have had top managers, man.
Yes, we have.
Yeah, but
Top
they-
managers. But actually, even though things weren't great with them, like, this is horseshit. It's not football.
Well, worse
It
than
was
last year.
horseshit last year.
It's.
One year
I don't need
that.
that. I'm telling you now, it is horseshit.
I think
Thomas
it's-
Frank, right? You know what about giving a manager time? Sean Dyche has been in Nottingham Forest for fucking 5 minutes.
Would you want him at Tottenham? Right, then,
Wait.
mate, you brought this up. Would you
Sean
rather Sean Dyche at Tottenham, right, than Postecoglou or Thomas Frank?
I don't need to answer that question.
You got it. You literally. Right, hang on. No, bollocks. You need to.
Bollocks! No, you fucking listen to me.
Right, I'm listening to you, dickhead. Let's go.
You fucking
Here goes
listen
the
to
bath
me.
and tits and thumbs.
You
Right,
fucking listen to me.
Come on.
Right, I'm not gonna have you sitting there every week going, my fucking thing from the Adams family.
Talk
Right.
me, dickhead.
Right,
And I'll prove you wrong.
Sean Dyche.
I told you arrogant cunt.
Sean Dyche has been in Nottingham Forest for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and he's getting a tune out of the players.
Yeah.
Is he how far away are they from relegation?
But look at where
No, let him talk.
Look
Sorry,
at
let him
sorry,
talk.
sorry,
look at where they were.
Yeah,
Look
okay.
at where they were. Nuno's been with you for 5 minutes,
Yeah.
and he's getting a tune out of you.
Yeah.
Right.
Is it? But, alright.
Well, look at where you were.
Okay.
Look at where you were.
Okay.
So maybe it might not be the standard that you want.
I'm going to listen.
Yeah.
Carry on.
It may.
While not listening.
No, when I talk, he'll fucking listen. Carry on.
when Nuno come in, you were in the mud. Yeah. Okay. So therefore, getting rid of the manager was the correct thing. Whether it's now to your standard that you expect West Ham to be is up for debate. I'm not going to say where it is. Sean Dyche has come in, progressed the team in a short period of time. Like this plan, giving managers time. How long is time? Is it just a pie in the sky? You really need to see things moving. We're not seeing things moving, we're seeing things regress. We are now in a worse opposition than we were last year.
No, you aren't.
Yes, we are. You see our points total as opposed to this year, as opposed to last year.
And you'll think you're going to end up like that?
We are. Look, you go to bed on a win, you wake up with a loss. We are slowly falling down that table whilst we're sitting on our hands, procrastinating, being like, give him time. And you say, give him time. And then you watch the same week, same stuff, and worse each fucking week.
Mental.
What, you know, what do we just carry on and just be happy? Be happy we're sliding down the table.
What do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think you're a dick. Let's have it fucking right.
Let's
Conte.
have it.
What has Conte won in his career?
Loads.
Right. What has Mourinho won in his career?
Loads.
Was it ever good enough?
No.
Postecoglou, okay. I only done a bit in
He's won a lot, to be
Scotland.
fair.
Right? right? But he's won bits, yeah. European trophy, Tottenham, yeah. Tottenham's strength is not won much. I get that, right? But he's a manager with a good pedigree, building up, creating a team, getting rid of shithouses, this, that, and the other, right? I just don't know what the fuck, man. You do talk some shit, mate. You do talk some shit.
And you do.
No.
What are you pointing at me, bro?
No. I'm not pointing. I'm not pointing.
I know where we're at.
I'm just not really
No, I know where we're at. I know the level we're at. It's not my first rodeo. We've been ready.
Oh, here we go. It's not my first rodeo.
Wait. So, again, prove my point. Dick.
Thank you very much.
This isn't. What I'm trying to explain to you is. Mitch,
I understand what you're trying to explain.
Fuck me.
I understand, but I.
This is the way that we've had Conte, Mourinho, and all these, but not good enough. This, that, and the other.
I never said that we're not good
me.
enough. I never said that we're not good enough.
Jesus Christ.
I won't.
I don't pretend I know everything about football. Not that I support West Ham. Of course I don't. I could have changed. Like, I don't. But I think I have a good understanding of football, and I think that I'm a fair sort of level-headed guy, right? But when you try to give me shit and like the, mate, you talk some shit.
Comes from you, like every week. Every week, it's always the manager. You like managers' union because you're a manager yourself, but you're not really understanding in the way that things go in modern day football.
Mine, you know, didn't you?
I'm saying no.
You fucking know.
I'm just watching from afar.
Yeah.
Anyway, right. So final thoughts, gents.
Yeah, let's wrap this up,
Right.
man.
So
That one's done. Mike's are done.
Right. So why are just a closing statement? Why do you think Spurs are as shit as we are right now? If you were to say without asking.
Yeah, no, a level-headed thing. I think that I think it's more than the manager and the players. I think it's more than the manager and the players. I think it goes far beyond that. You could have the best manager in the world, like literally. Pep could go at the top right now, right? It'll fail in 12 months, and I think that's not necessarily about the fans, but it would have a particular impact if he didn't bring you success immediately. But I think it's beyond that. I think it's more the guys that run your club that make the decisions with stadiums and transfer fees. I think you're a poison club. We're a poison club. I think Man United are a poison club, right? And I don't think anyone can come in and correct it.
Right.
That's my opinion of it.
Okay. And what do you say that?
I'll say it's partially true because over in the long-term strategy of the club, who's the one who's always there making the decision? Players and managers go. So the long-term strategy is dictated by the boardroom, and that's where the poison comes from.
Right. And what about you? We've been listening quite.
Me personally, I think half the reason is a little bit of fans and players. I don't think your players are that good. I feel like if you went toe to toe, if you went player for player with quite a lot of Premier League clubs, I don't think you'll be picking too many Tottenham players. I feel like the fans, on the other hand, I'm not saying just YouTube, but like a lot of fans I see on TikTok and YouTube and all that sort of stuff, think that your players should be this level, but they're not actually. But because you've seen them play a few good games and a few class goals and stuff like that they should be playing at a level that
There's a couple of scabble-win players.
I feel like they're never going to play at that level consistently.
Yeah.
So I kind of think your players aren't quite good enough. Fan expectations, I don't think you realise how bad your players are. And which comes all the way back to up the top, and they should be recruiting better. So
No, I understand that. You know, we'll talk next week or when
the microphone works.
So let's wrap that up about Tottenham. We've just got a quick something to quickly go over before we wrap things up today. We've got a game tomorrow night, which is Fulham at home to Forest. first of all, need to get a prediction from you because you forgot.
Score draw.
Shit, did I even do it? 1-1. Right.
It's got to be a wet fuck.
Alright, so
Amazing.
I go 1-1.
Yeah.
Fulham
I'm
and
gonna one
Craven
all.
Cottage.
1-1.
Okay, and you predicted a draw, but you didn't say a score.
Yeah, so I'm going to go 2-2.
You're going to go 2-2.
Yeah.
Alright, okay. And how do you think tomorrow's going to go? What do you think that's?
I believe the draw is too much of an easy option to go for. There was some drama in there.
It's a 6-pointer for both of them.
There is some drama in there.
Go on,
I
Fulham.
believe.
Fucking shit.
I believe Forest are going to nick it.
Oh! Alright, okay. Well, so that's.
And also, guess what? I don't really want to because Marinakis is a cunt.
Yeah, yeah,
Yes!
yes!
Yes! Fuck, man.
Correct. Correct. Well, alright, lads. I've got no idea how long we've
This-
took
no,
today.
This audio could be awful by now.
Yeah,
We
no,
might run out of
This
battery.
could actually be our.
No minds.
Right, yeah, no, but it's alright.
To all our viewers,
Yeah.
absolute Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to all.
Yeah, have
Don't
a good
forget
one.
to like and subscribe
There
and
we go.
And
see
comment
the
as well.
comments.
But from myself, Alex, from Mitch, from Fieldsy, from Martin, take care, Merry Christmas, and we'll see you next week, guys.
That's it.
Whoa!